the party has to type out the information to them. Okay, so this is just to avoid situations where we are doing things like, we are moving instances, or we are doing something something important needs to be adjusted, like shift party members around, things like that. So maybe we need to disband a party, which may happen in today's session, because party 4 has only like 4 or 5 people, so we may just like disband one of the parties, and put them into, shuffle them around to the other parties, something like that, so usually this is easily done on the voice comms. But if let's say someone is not on the VC but they are in our run, and they are not because they are not on the VC, right, we need to type it out to them so that they have that information. Okay, so just but ideally everyone else should be on the VC, so just help me type out in the party, ask them to hop on the VC. Thanks very much.
If you guys like party leaders, if you could go through and tick off the people in the Google Doc that are in your party, that would be a great help, because I'm going to start pinging people.
But ideally everyone else should be on the VC, so just help me type out in the party, ask them to hop on the VC. Thanks very much.
Because I can see some people in VC that are not checked off yet. I'm just going to check off Lily. I can see them.
Okay, let me see what else is next. Okay, the next thing will be, okay, give me a second. Let me make some edits. Okay, now next, we are gonna chase up people for who are not here yet. Okay, now hopefully by now everyone's hopped on to. Wow, okay, they typing
I know.
like a mammoth.
I know.
Clearly a mammoth. Clearly bored. Exterminating.
I'm looking at 3 different screens. So.
She types like one of those mammoths, the large, like all capital, small letter, large capital. Damn sus. But it's okay lah, whatever.
Like, yeah, like.
Alright, my party is full. Excellent.
Nice.
Okay, so now for. Okay, so party 1 is full, party 2 is full, very nice. Party 3 is also full, excellent. Everyone shows up. Now we're just waiting for party 4, one other person. Then Kelly has already pinged them already. Yeah, I know, I saw. Yep. So thanks. Yeah. Now just to briefly mention this before we zone in about 7 minutes. For BA, in case you all already didn't know this, we don't have to have a full 48 or 32 or full parties at all. We will just pick up whoever is present on the day itself, and we try personally as an organizer or the host, I try my best to like give people notification, that hey, we're starting soon, are you coming? Sometimes people just forget the time, or they misread the time zones. Okay, although nowadays I've been using hammer time, which is basically Unix time, which will show up as whatever time it is in your time zone. So there's no excuse that you misread the time zone anymore.
Although I have heard of people thinking that that's a GMT8.
Yeah, I know, right? They just inception themselves. They compensate for the fact that it's actually not displaying their time zone, and then they convert that time to their time zone, although it's actually correctly displaying their time. Okay, anyway, that's beside the point. So for these runs, I will try my best to get everyone to be present. But if let's say there's people who don't show up, okay, we drop them a cursory or courtesy ping, they never respond, we try to find them on the Discord, their name cannot be found because some people, they don't change their Discord names to their in-game name, which is what you sign up with, so I can't find you. If that does happen, personally speaking, generally speaking, I don't chase up people, because we don't need a full 48. So if people it cannot be found, and they don't turn up and there's no notification, then I will just zone in 5 minutes, and we'll just get started with whoever we have present. Okay, do note another reason for this is okay, and my so-called cavalier attitude towards attendance is that ultimately, right, once we start BA, whoever is joining us for the run, right, will be whoever is inside the run itself. Even if we do sign-ups and everything's perfect and everyone came along, right, if you fail to enter into BA later on, right, you will not be joining us for BA because you failed to enter. This is ultimately how the content works. Okay, this is essentially what we call Porter Wars, which I'll explain later on. Okay, but for now, don't worry about it. Do understand that for you to join us in our BA run, okay, regardless of whether you signed up or not, okay, whether you follow all the instructions or not, for you to enter in our BA run, all you really need to do is get into BA later on. Okay, this also means that, okay, for our runs, we actually allow people to join our runs. Okay, you will notice that I only have 32 players assigned lah. Okay, we only have 32 players who are assigned for our run. There's an extra 16 slots for public players lah. Okay, anyone can take them. Okay, anyone can join as well. Okay, I'll never disallow players from joining our BA runs. Okay, mainly because my stance on BA is that BA is an open instance. Anyone should be allowed to join so long as they prepare. Okay, they are aware that there's a run going on and they try their best lah. Okay, and we will welcome them to join the VC as well if let's say they do understand English and they are on our Discord or they are able to join our Discord. We will just invite them to just hop on and listen. Okay, but we will let them know that it's a practice run. Okay, I'll talk about this later as well. Okay, now 3 more minutes before we're gonna zone in. So last few things to check before we enter. Okay, thankfully almost everyone's accounted for except for Adrian.
Oh yeah, Adrian's coming. They're just logging on now.
Okay. So once Adrian's in the party, just take their name off the checklist lah. Okay, thanks whoever is helping me to take the names off. Thank you very much. Okay, so once Adrian joins, just help me take them off. Okay, now before we zone in, a couple of things to check. Number one, okay, it doesn't matter lah. VVD just said that somebody entered VA, but it's okay lah. You just delay the start time by a little bit, which is fine. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Now a few things to check for before we enter. Okay, now since it's gonna be delayed, there's a bit of time, but we'll still zone in at 10. Now, number one, make sure you have your gear. Okay, so by right, everybody who has started Eureka, right, their Eureka journey should have gotten a body piece that is Beast okay, best in slot. So it's either the Kirin or Sode for melee physical classes, or the Vermilion Cloak for magical classes. Okay, this item is Beast. It can be purchased from the market board, and it helps you throughout the entirety of Eureka. So from Animos all the way into Hydatos, it actually gives you a stat boost. So by right, everyone should have gotten this already. Okay, remember to bring it along. It definitely helps you in BA as well. Okay, next, bring some food with you. Okay, anything that is eye level 415, 415 and above is maximum stats already. Okay, but you want to be safe, you can use like eye level 500, 600. It's fine as well. You just bring a high level food. Food helps you inside a BA as well. Okay, and the third and quite important thing as well is to make sure that you have enough logos, actions, and logograms to form your logos actions. Okay, once you zone in later, you can use the logos manipulator to create your actions. But you must bring enough logograms to form those actions. Okay, and this is nothing new to BA. It's something that you have learned in Pyros and Hydatos as well. So just ensure that you are properly set up and prepared for starting our BA run. Okay, and then subsequently, once all that is checked, okay, just do a ready check.
Yep.
Okay, for your party.
Everyone's here.
Thank you.
Everyone's here.
Okay, so just do a ready check for all your parties, and if your parties are okay, just zone in into Hydatos.
Yeah, give me leader after you. Zone in.
Okay, so my party is ready, so we're gonna zone into Hydatos. Okay, now first things first, once we zone into Hydatos, okay, so we'll be waiting for the next OVNI to spawn. During this time frame, I will explain portal walls lah. Okay, and what to do once we zone in. Now, once we are inside, we're inside the instance. The first thing I usually do, right, is to check that we are all in the same instance. So, if you look to the side, you will see there's this table with a tent lah. Okay, I will be standing there. Okay, or if you know how to do this, you can also just check the adventurer list and then just verify that we are in the same instance. Okay, now our instance currently has about 57 players. Okay, and increasing as more players zone in. So you just need to make sure that you are in the same instance as us. Okay. Nowadays, Hydatos isn't very crowded lah. So generally speaking, we should always get into the same instance. Okay. However, I think the material run, we had an issue where 3 parties jump in, they got into the same instance, and 1 party zone in, right, they got into a new instance. And then I wouldn't have known unless I asked it, okay, unless I checked for it. Because Ofni was up, then we all went to Ofni, then one person said, one of the parties missing. Then it's like, we about to start already. But because the party wasn't there, we decided to wait for the next Ofni lah. Okay, so just to be sure, make sure everyone is in the correct instance. If you are not in the correct instance, please sound off, preferably in the VC, because you're not in the same instance, you can't use text chat and none of us can hear you. Okay, but I think everyone should be here lah. Okay, so team 1 is Velista and Nia. Okay, let me just double check also.
Wait, are they team 1? Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, we are team 2. We are team 2.
Yep.
Are they here?
Oh
wait, let me refresh. Okay.
Oh, Nia's here. Cause I still get notifications when she's in here. Cause I don't have your plugins. Please send me a plugin.
Nia was in before though.
Yeah.
Because they were keeping track. Vel is not.
Wait, are you
I was in, but disconnected.
Oh,
Okay.
I was looking for you and Nia, then both of you also not here. It's like, where's team 1? But you
No,
busy.
Nia is here.
No, I understand. Nia is here lah. Nia is here, then Vel is like this DC. And looking for Vel's name, cannot find. And you disconnected. Just like that time when they pull Osma and then you disconnected.
Oh yeah, in the undersized run, yeah.
When we need you the most, you disappeared. Okay,
it's literally like, peace out.
Yeah, okay lah. So team 1 is here. Okay, but team 2, team 3, Irasi is here. Very nice. And then team 4 is just Mirko and Party. Okay lah. So all
I go
parties are here.
disappear when the Fire Nation attack, so that's fine.
I know, right? Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
I'm back.
Yeah, no lah. It's fine. That's all.
Welcome back.
Okay, so now so everyone's here now. That's great. Okay, a couple of things to cover before we get started lah. First and foremost, right, while we are here in the instance, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for the next Ofni to spawn. So during this time, right, you can do whatever you want in the instance. So general Hydatos things, you can go spawn NMs if you want. Okay, I think some people will go and kill the mobs to spawn Sito as usual. You want to do some reflect farming, is fine as well. Look for the fairies. Okay, there'll be fairies around, but to be honest, the fairies, we may not have a chance to use it once Ofni spawns. Okay, you either need to grab the fairy before Ofni spawns, or as Ofni spawns, you grab the fairy and then come over to Ofni. Okay, and then use the logos manipulator to form your logograms for the run itself. Okay, if you're not sure what you're supposed to bring right now, is a good time to ask. Okay, you can ask in the shout chat or yell chat. Okay, ideally just use say chat or ask your party lah. Okay, but again, for parties 3 and 4, because we don't have a designated veteran inside it, you ask your party might not know the answer. So in which case you may choose to just say it out or yell it out in town lah. Okay, I'll be in town so I can see you if you are yelling here. Okay, but we try to refrain from using shout chat. Shout chat is to everybody in the instance lah, and then some people are just like not very keen to listen to our private conversations. So usually we try to restrict the shout chat in Hydatos itself. Yeah, unless it's for like declaring NMs, ferry, or BA starting. Okay, the other thing I want to do is we need to inform the instance that we're doing practice run. Okay, for some reason the instance is relatively quite full, even though I
Right,
didn't expect so
yeah.
many.
Nia has the macro. Sorry, I
Ah.
forgot to get it off you, Nia. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Just
Thanks,
send it to
Nia.
me. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see.
it's been-
Yeah,
I've been
this.
sick. I've been sick of a week,
No,
so I get to be
this has been for
foggy
months.
brain.
This has been for months already. Hello.
You said months. You didn't have proof
Uh,
that it's been months.
Suspicious. Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah. Galen brought up a good point. Now, for anyone who doesn't have healers, so I think Team 4 has no healers. Can you all just grab Galen? He's here to help us out. Okay. I will address this also. Okay. Now, so okay, with regards to the instance, we have about 70 people, 72 people, quite a lot of people. We only signed up about how many? 8, 7, 7, 14, 22 plus 6. About 28 people only. We only signed up 28 people only. But there's about
That's
70
very
people here.
cute.
So I thought it's gonna be less than 48 but apparently not. So it's gonna be a bit crowded. Now for the practice runs, what happens is that a lot of these players here in the instance are what we call veterans or BA addicts. They aren't necessarily here for the run. Okay, let me just rephrase that. They are here because we are running the practice run, but they may not necessarily join the run itself if a beginner or a new player needs it. So basically, they're just here to support our run, help us out with things if necessary. If there are spare spaces or spare slots, they will join us in the run if no one's gonna take them. Okay, but if there's a new player who needs a spot, because there's only a limited 48 slots, limited 48 slots for BA, these players will hold back on entering and give them to the new players. But you need to let them know that you are a new player and you cannot find a portal. Otherwise, right, they will just wait until the time. Okay, there'll be a timer. Okay, the 10 minutes long timer. If like down to 30 seconds, right, they will just take the portal, because if they don't take it by then no one's gonna get it. Okay, so these are what these helpers or veteran players are here for. Okay, I'm quite appreciative of them being here. Okay, now I will talk about. Okay, there's a couple of things to handle. So okay, now for all those players shouting in the instance, maybe someone can help me to just funnel them into our VC. Okay, because okay, I know like Sisan is actually supposed to join. He's supposed to sign up, but no space already. So I told him to just turn up. But then I'm busy experiencing. So maybe someone can just help to funnel them into our into the VC. Just tell them to join the VC. He already in the VC already, but he's already in our Discord already, but he not join the VC. So you just need to tell him to join the VC. Anyone who's new who want to join us for our practice run, right? Get them to join the VC, because I cannot type and talk at the same time. Okay, thanks. Okay, now next we will talk about Portal Wars next. Okay, now for BA, okay, what we're doing now is we are just waiting for OVNI to spawn. Now, why is OVNI important for the new players, right? OVNI is the trigger to starting BA. Now, what's gonna happen is that every 30 minutes OVNI will spawn. It spawns 30 minutes after the last. Okay, sorry, Galen, just interrupt. Your mic is feedbacking into the. I can hear myself. Thank you. Yeah, a bit distracting. Okay. Anyway, once OVNI spawns, there's three things you need to check before OVNI spawns lah. Okay, before we even begin. These 3 things are necessary so that you can do BA. Number 1, you need to be level 60. Okay, so if there's anybody who is not level 60 now, you better quickly go level up. Okay, sometimes if you are 60, you hit 60 and then you die, right, you'll D-level. So if anyone's not 60, please go and level up to 60 first. Okay, if not, you won't be able to join. Okay, but I think everyone's 60, yeah? Okay, good. Next, number 2, you need to have finished all the quests in Hydatos to actually unlock BA. This means that all the quest icons on your Hydatos map should be completed. If you still have an exclamation mark on the map, you need to finish it. If not, you cannot actually join BA. And this has happened multiple times before in my learning runs. We do everything, and then someone tell me, I cannot go in. Why? And I'll just ask them, okay, are you level 60? Yes. Okay, do you see any quest on your mini map? And they said, yes, I got a quest there. And I said, yeah, okay, that's your problem. You didn't finish your quest. So please remember to finish all the quests. There will be a disclaimer telling you that you have unlocked BA. Okay, BA is difficult. No, it has some blah blah blah. Okay, there's some it's difficult. You need some tenacity, luck, and etc to actually clear it. Okay, you need to tick the disclaimer, say you accept or agree, then you can do BA. Okay, so this one, please remember to have, make sure you have done it. Okay, I've had cases before where people actually didn't unlock BA. Okay, now third and last point is, later when Ofni spawns, you need to fight Ofni, get gold rating, okay, gold contribution rating, and be in the fate area, okay, the fate zone when Ofni dies. This is important. Okay, so later what we'll do is, once Ofni pops up, I will call a start time. Everybody will head over to Ofni. Once the start time is, we have reached the start time, we will pull, and then all you need to do is just like slowly hit Ofni. Just remember to hit Ofni at least once, tag Ofni, and be in a party of at least 5 to 8 players lah. Okay, 5. It's easier to get gold contribution to the Ofni Fate as a full party. Okay, so it's easier to get gold contribution in a full party. So just be in a party, hit it once. If you die, that's fine. Just get rest and then continue as per normal. Okay, but when Ofni is dying, you must still be in the Ofni Fate area when it dies. Now this is important. If for whatever reason you run off early before Ofni is dead, you will not be able to enter BA. Okay, this is simply because, okay, some history lesson here. In the early days of Eureka, what people are doing is that they will fight Ofni, and then a lot of players will run off early to try to secure their portals, their portal spots, and then leaving a few players behind to kill Ofni. Those players who stay behind to help to kill Ofni, lose out because they don't get a head start. So because of this, SE said, okay, you guys don't want to play fair, you don't want to help out, everybody doesn't get to leave. If you leave early, you don't get to go in. So now what they do is, if you leave the fate zone before Ofni dies, you don't get to do BA. As simple as that. Okay, which is actually good. So now everybody must stay in the fate zone when Ofni dies to be able to enter into BA. Now if you've done correctly, once Ofni dies, everyone who qualifies will get a 10-minute ethereally primed buff. It's a blue color buff starting from 10 minutes, counting down, immediately ticks down to 9 minutes. You are now qualified to enter BA. Now once that happens, Portal Wars has begun. Okay, the moment Ofni dies, Portal Wars has begun. Now in the Eureka Lounge channel, I will have posted an image of the Hydatos map showing you the positions of all 48 portal spots. Okay, now if you want, you can alternate tab or go and check it out. Now what's going to happen is that 4 minutes after Ofni dies, which means once the the buff timer ticks down to 6 minutes, 48 blue portals will spawn in those 48 spots. Okay, they are always the same, always these 48 spots. Okay, for the starting process, Ofni process is always 48 portals in the same 48 spots. The idea is that once Ofni dies, everyone should run off, okay, mount up, run off, find a portal spot and sit on that portal spot. Unofficially, the etiquette for Hydatos or BA is that if you are sitting on a portal spot, that is your portal. If someone else comes along and they see you there, they should move on and find another portal spot. Okay, we try not to clash with each other. Okay, it's like unofficial etiquette. Okay, for practice runs, we try to observe this as well. Okay, but just note that for pug runs, okay, public runs, sometimes the instance might be very, very full, like maybe 100 plus people, in which case there is no choice but for people to fight you for the portals. Because like I said earlier on, okay, for those who didn't hear me earlier on, for BA, the only rule to doing BA is that you need to get into BA first. If you fail to get in, regardless of whether you signed up, you signed up, you assign yourself to teams, you joined VC on time, you did everything correctly, but you didn't get into BA, you cannot do BA. It's as simple as that. Okay, so try your best later to get into the BA instance. Okay, now, blue portals will spawn, 48 of them. Do not touch the blue portals. Very important. Do not touch the blue portals. Now, blue portals are what we call priority entry. If you touch a blue portal, you will, if you have a stabilizer, okay, an etheric stabilizer. Okay, let me just reading what this looks like. Or if someone can do so. Okay, I have an etheric stabilizer in my saddlebag somewhere. Okay, so an etheric stabilizer, if anyone has one of these, you will use it to enter BA early. Okay, this etheric stabilizer is what we call a VIP pass, okay, or priority entry ticket. If you touch the blue portal with one of these in your inventory, you will immediately enter into BA. The stabilizer will be consumed. Okay, you'll be used up, and you'll immediately enter. Okay, before everybody else can go in, you will enter early. Please do not use this for this practice run. Okay, I'll explain why in a short while. Do note that stabilizers are not free. You cannot buy them with guild. You need to farm them with time and effort. Yeah, thanks BBD. Okay, so do note that you do not use steps. Okay, so no steps allowed. Now, why not? Okay, now let me continue to explain. So blue portals pop up. You sit on the blue portals. You wait. You don't touch them. 3 minutes after the blue portals have appeared, all the blue portals will disappear, and 48 minus the number of stabbed portals. Here, a portal which is stabbed means someone click on it with a stabilizer and consume that portal. Okay, once they stab the portal disappears, by the way. So 48 minus, okay, let's say for example, 3 people stab. Okay, even though I say not to stab, sometimes people will stab. I can't stop them, to be honest. I can't tell people what to do, what not to do, but I can just encourage. Okay, but just to let you all know, and this is not a threat, but if you stab, we can see you stab. Okay, we will know who stabbed, because in the party list or the adventurer list for the instance, right, anybody who enters into BA early, right, we will know and we can see. So when a portal disappears from the map, okay, later when the portal wars are happening, right, keep your mini map open, because all the portals will be displayed on the mini map. Okay, so when the blue portals appear, you will see 48 little crosses on the map in blue. When the red portals appear, you will see all of them change to red colors as well. Okay, so when someone steps, we will know, because one of the portals will disappear, and then when we look at the adventurer list, we can see who has entered into BA. We know that they have stepped. Okay, so just try not to okay, just don't extend it. I've had cases in the past where people, I say, don't touch blue portals, don't click on them, please don't step, and then someone still steps anyway, so it's like up to you, okay, but just to let you know, right, it's really not worthwhile using steps for practice runs. Okay, number one, practice runs are extremely long because I talk a lot. Number two, the likelihood of clearing is lowered as compared to normal runs because there's a lot of new players, so the chances of someone messing up is quite high. So because of these reasons, I usually tell people, if you want to step, right, save the step for pug runs or public runs. Just go and join a pug run. In pug runs, you are free to step. No one can tell you no. Okay, so save the steps for pug runs. Okay, but for practice run, don't step. Okay, now 48 blue portals, 3 people step, whether by on accident or on purpose, doesn't matter. 3 people step.
Oh, shit.
3 minutes later, 48 minus 3. Okay, so 45 red portals will appear. Okay, all the blue portals will disappear. 45 red portals will appear, and they will shuffle the portals around. Okay, all the portals positions will be reshuffled. Someone who is sitting on a blue portal will find that, okay, 3 people, okay, because 3 people step, right? 3 people will not have a red portal appear. Random one is randomly reshuffled. Because of this, we don't step at all. Okay, why? Because if let's say one of our guys step, right, another of our guys in our practice run will not have a portal. In other words, when you step a portal, you are shirking the responsibility of getting into BA to somebody else. And because we are bringing a lot of people into this run today, right, it's likely going to be someone in our learning run. So to stop people from complaining, no, I lost my portal, someone stepped my portal, things like this, nobody should step. Okay, having said this, if Parks step, it's fine. Okay, again, I want to re-emphasize that BA is an open instance. Okay, OFNI is coming up soon, so we're gonna head over to OFNI. We all can do the NM first, Can do the NM first. You all can just do the NM first. Just call a slightly earlier pull time, and I'll call a slightly later pull time for the OFNI. Okay, so do note that we will never restrict people from joining BA. We'll never tell people, no, hey, you cannot step for this run. The instance is a public instance. I will never tell people what they can or cannot do in Hydatos. Okay, because I understand that it's open to everyone. Okay, and for today's run, what you will notice is that I will try to conduct this run in a way that mirrors how public runs are done. Okay, so whatever we do in today's run, you will see it happening in the public runs as well. Okay, simply, so the reason why I do this is so that once you have finished today's run, okay, whether we clear or not is not too important. Okay, if we clear, that's great. If we don't clear, c'est la vie, that's life. But at least the important thing is that you have figured out how to run or how to do BA, and then subsequently you will try your own luck with public runs. Okay, because we have done it exactly how the public runs have done it. You have seen how to do it from start to finish. You will then be able to join a public run and just try your luck, to clear BA on your own. Okay, the whole idea for today's run is to just get the new players to be familiarized with BA, understand how BA is done. Okay, what are all the tips and tricks, caveats, things to look out for. Okay, and then subsequently, whether we clear or not is not important. If we clear, very good. If we don't clear, try your all those people who didn't clear or didn't get in. Okay, try your luck with the public runs. They usually are run on weekday peak hours. Okay, evening JST peak hours, and then weekends usually there will be at least a couple of runs. Okay, 1 or 2 runs at the very least. Okay, so just try your luck with BA once you have finished today's practice run. Okay, obviously we'll try our best to clear, but I cannot guarantee clears. Okay, I'll explain why later on. Okay, but I cannot guarantee we will clear BA. There's no way for me to do that because everyone needs to be able to do the mechanics for us to guarantee the clear, and I cannot guarantee that everyone can do mechanics. Okay, but we will try our best. Okay, I'll do callouts, try our best to guide people along the way. Okay, now we will start OFNI. Okay, I'll give them a bit of time to finish up the NM53 at the top left corner of the map. Okay, and then we'll probably start maybe in about...
I did 9.
Sorry, say again?
But I said I did 9, but
oh, okay,
I can make
9.
it lower.
Okay. Then no, we'll just take 9. We'll just take 9. I think should be enough time. They have 3 minutes to come over. It's fine. Can?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So 0900 is on the NM timer is when we will start Okay, when we'll start OFNI. So everyone needs to come to the OFNI fate zone before that time. Okay, try to make sure all your party members are here. If anyone AFK, just quickly ping them, ask them to come back because we're starting soon. Sito for Zila, yo.
My gosh.
You want to call NM60?
That's just somebody else doing a different call out.
Oh, okay. That's for what? That's for... Yeah, that's so confusing.
I'm not sure. They're not in our group.
No, that's definitely for OFNI.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe.
So you want to buy extra 1 minute?
We'll do it at 8 then, if that helps.
Just help me to mirror his call. It's fine. I don't mind waiting an extra minute. It's okay. Maybe they need a bit more time so they're asking us to delay it a bit. It's fine. Okay.
Yep.
Can. Okay, so we'll start at 0800 on the OFNI fate timer. Now now again, just to reiterate, everyone should be coming over to the OFNI fate zone by now. You should be in a party. If you're not in a party, what you can do is you can shout out. You can shout out the raise hand. Okay, that you see all the other players doing. Right? That Japanese sort of curved line is the raised hand. It's so signified raised hand. They are asking for party. Try to be in a party because you need to be in a party to contribute to get the goal contribution rating to OFNI. Okay, and later once we hit the pull time in about 2.5 minutes, okay, we'll just slowly beat up OFNI. Okay, there's no need to go ham on OFNI, no need to like do maximum DPS is fine. We will need someone to dispel, but usually someone will have it lah. Okay.
We have
There's
at
few
least
people.
3 dispels.
Yeah, I know. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. Like with this many people, somebody will have it. One. I will usually check for this on like material server when there's fewer people. Then sometimes people assume that someone else bring it. And everyone assume that someone else bring. Then no one bring it. But here, not that bad. Here we have a lot of professionals, all these veterans, BA addicts as I call them. Someone will have it lah. No worries. Okay. Now do note one thing to mention here is that if for whatever reason right you die okay, now this one I forgot to tell you earlier on, but ideally you all shouldn't use your Spirit of the Remembered before we start BA. Okay, why? Because okay, for those of you in my party, you already used it, never mind, it's fine. Just try not to die, because if you die at Ofni, you will lose it if you die out here, you will lose your Spirit of the Remembered. So normally I tell people don't use it, but if you have already used it, it's fine. Okay, Spirit is generally quite cheap. Just try not to die lah.
There's no point using spirit outside here because reses work
Yeah.
as usual.
Yeah.
So you might as well
Yeah,
just save that timer because the learning runs tend to be quite long. So yeah, don't use it out here basically.
Eh, but you won't last 3 hours lah. Hello.
Have you shortened your recording time?
Nope, he has not.
I know you guys
No.
got the
I literally, yeah, we're gonna do dungeon later. Do not talk too long.
you're just okay, I try not to
No,
talk
we've
too
given you ample time. No worries.
I'll try to not talk so
Don't
long.
stress. Don't stress.
I'll try to okay, I'll try to speed up. Yeah, see, everyone knows that my learning runs tend to go on for like 2 hours lah, because I talk a lot lah. But
I need to eat, man.
I'm a trainer in real life, so this is what I do for a living. So I do understand.
Are you saying trainers talk a very long
Yeah,
time?
y'all don't know man.
Yeah.
Trainers,
Nature.
trainers actually like exposition a lot because they need to like buy time If not, if the class session too short yeah, see like I say trainer get paid hourly. No, but for me it's per session So actually if I speed it up a bit, I can go home earlier. But I try my best to. If it's too short, people will complain like, why the class so short only. Okay, we're gonna start soon We're gonna start soon. About 5 more seconds, then we're gonna pull. So everyone should be here by now. Okay lah, and then just pull it's fine. Let's go and get started. Okay, just try not to die lah. But if you die, then just get a rest. Someone will rest you. Don't worry about it. Do note that
Yeah.
once Ofni dies, you will mount up and run off as soon as you can. Okay, hopefully you have picked 1 or 2 portal spots to go to make a beeline to, and then just camp the portal positions. Then those veterans can go and do Sito if they want. Okay, one thing to point out as well is that the portal directly to the left of Ofni, maybe just avoid that one. I will usually take that one. Okay, I'll usually take the portal directly to the left of Ofni, because as an organizer, I sort of need to get in. So I try to guarantee my own entry. Okay, but other than that, everything else is free game lah. Okay, I think Kelly has a specific portal also.
Yep. 5-7.
5-7
Yep.
Yeah, so maybe just if you see Kelly, just let her take that portal lah. She's the organizer, so she'll need to get in. So
Yes, so please let him go.
okay, but other than that, just try our best lah. Okay, those who die, just get a rest lah. Just get a rest and then continue.
Yep. Okay.
Okay lah, Ofni is gonna die soon, so yeah, those wanna go Sito can just go ahead lah. But just note that you won't have a portal spot If you go for Sito, you'll forsake portal.
Yeah, 99% chance you won't have a portal.
Yeah. Yeah, so just take note of that lah. It's a choice you have to make. Okay, Ofni is dead. Mount up, run off. Okay, you get the prime already prime buff. Okay, everyone should have it You just double check If anyone in your party didn't get it that means they fucked up already. Sorry to say, but you're not gonna get into BA if you didn't have that buff. Okay, and once you are just run off to your portal positions. Once you are sitting on a portal spot, okay, BVD's pro tip, don't know what number, maybe 16 or 17, I'm not sure. But once you're at a portal spot, what you want to do is you want to mount on the biggest, brightest, shiniest,
Baddest, most obnoxious.
exactly mount that you have, and then just assert dominance on the area. Okay lah, no lah. This is just to let you know, this if you choose a very large, shiny, bright mount, from far away people can see that you are there. So once they realize you are there, they will just, oh, okay, someone's sitting there already. I will go find another portal instead. So they'll just like move on. Okay, just to help people
Yeah.
see you.
Because there have been instances where, you know, some people play with names turned off and things like that, and because Haruto's being what it is, sometimes people blend with the foliage,
Especially
and people don't
Popotos.
actually realize you're there. And then they'll start camping the thing with you, and then like, whoops, there's another person actually here.
Yeah, if they don't see you, then
It's
they
happened before, okay? It's happened before.
Imagine you have a photo, right? And you just
I was about to say it only works if it's a Popoto.
Yeah.
No. Like it's happened with like I think Cat Girl as well
Yeah
as and Aura as well.
they just
Yeah.
didn't realize because you blend into
It's
the
really
background.
funny.
Yeah, blend
Yeah,
the
you just
background.
blend in.
So like if you are Popoto and then they don't see you, then they step over you, they just trample on you. It's like oh.
No, that's just sharp, man. Sharks.
Sharks imagination. Stepping over.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyway, okay, now for those of you who you are new here, right, and you don't have a portal spot, right? Okay, now what we can do is that there'll be some veterans in the zone who are maybe sitting on a portal, and if for whatever reason you cannot find a portal, but try your best to go and run around, find a portal spot first. And then if you really cannot find a portal position, maybe you can just say that you need a spot, and then just shout it out, and then a veteran or BA addict may PM you. They'll send you a tell saying come to this position, and then you come over. There'll be a portal for you. They are giving up their portal for you. Okay, so but do note they cannot shout it out. If they shout it out, then everybody will come over. So do understand it's like a one-to-one transaction. Okay, we will try to allow as many new players to enter as possible, but ultimately you have to secure your own entry. Okay, so do try your best to get in. But do note they cannot shout it out. It is ultimately your own prerogative to get into BA. Okay, now blue portals have popped up. Again, gentle reminder, do not touch the blue portals. If you have a step in your inventory, right, and you touch the blue portal, means you right click on it, instantly enter. They don't even ask you if you want to enter or not. It has happened a lot of times. Okay, people think, oh, it's a blue portal. What happens if I click on it? Then they just click, and it uses their step immediately, and they enter. Please don't do the thing that I'm telling you not to do. I see scary. Yeah. Doing the thing that I asked you not to do.
I don't know why I did that.
I had a few things come to mind. Yeah, a few things come to mind.
It's like I meant it in good faith, and then my brain tricked me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I swear I'm not trying to kill everyone.
What do you mean kill everyone? I thought you accidentally clicked on the
Just
blue
you.
portal.
Just you. No, I didn't.
Oh, that's okay lah. No, if okay, to be very honest, if people want to accidentally step, okay, quote unquote accidentally step, right, that's up to them lah. You spend your own step anyway, not my problem. So it's fine. Okay, one thing to mention, like for today's run, I'll be quite busy doing like explanations and stuff lah. So I do apologize in advance if let's say people want to like send me tells or announce something to me right on the chat, because I generally won't be looking at the chat. However, there will be players, veterans in the run. So Kelly, BBD, Nia, Valista, okay, even Galen and Hafun is here. So if they are inside the run later on, you can ask them questions. So they will help to address these questions. So thanks very much, guys. Okay, these are all the veterans and BA addicts who have been with us doing BA runs for a very long time. Okay, they will generally be able to answer any questions that you have. Just feel free to ask us. Dian's gone offline. Holy shit. Dian needs to come back really quickly.
They will still have the buff, but they probably will lose their portal.
Yeah. They need to come back ASAP. Okay, this is the worst time to DC, by the way. Okay, fingers crossed they come back on time. Fingers crossed. Yeah. I think I need portal. Where's my there's one here. Okay, just to let y'all know, the area just to the left of Nia. Okay, I did say it not to be there, right? But there are actually like 3 portals here, and I only need 1 so maybe there's 2 more. First person to come here, you can take one of the 2 available ones here.
Oh yay!
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah. My assertion of dominance, 2 stonks. Chase everyone away. Okay, red portals up. Click on
Ooh,
the
just
red
in time.
portals and get in. Okay, fingers crossed. Try your best. Now, for those who don't have a portal, looking at the mini map real quick, you can see all the red portals disappearing. Faster run over to the nearest red portal that you can find and click onto it to get in. Okay, try your best. Okay, just try your best. Fingers crossed. Godspeed. Good luck. Try to get into PA. Okay, now.
No.
I will address the players who have already entered. Okay, to keep this going really quick. Okay, I think my party everyone entered. Very nice. Okay, so the rest of y'all just try your best to get in. Now for everyone else who's inside BA already, my party has got in fully. Very nice, very good. Congrats. Okay, you have cleared the first hurdle into doing BA, which is actually getting into BA itself. Okay, so that is what we call Porter Wars. 50% of the battle, half the battle is already won just by getting into BA. So congrats. Now, once you're inside here, important, very, very important, do not fall off this starting platform here. Do not drop off the platform at the start here. Once you fall off this platform, you cannot come back onto this, come back here. Okay, so do not fall off this platform. Okay, it's very important. Spend some time to create logos actions at the logos manipulator. Now, the first thing that everyone does once they zone in here is to use a single Spirit of the Remembered. Okay, now if you have read our BA README guides, there will be a tip telling you to have a single tray with 1 Spirit of the Remembered on it. Okay, so okay, sorry, Owen, your mic is transmuting. If you kindly just help me to mute, thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you should have a single spirit tray that you should crack open here, use it so that it gives you the Spirit of the Remembered buff, and then using the logos manipulator, create another tray to replace it. So in other words, you have a free spirit at the very start of BA. Everyone should be doing this. Okay, everyone should be doing this. Now the reason for this is very simple. Inside BA, okay, inside here, if you die, you cannot get rezzed normally. Okay, normal raises doesn't work in here. The only way to get rezzed, okay, the first and foremost method is to try to raise yourself with Spirit of the Remembered. Okay, so make sure you have Spirit on you. Okay, now there's a few other ways to raise dead players, but mainly is because of mainly it's healers. Okay, healers will use sacrifice to kill themselves and raise a dead player, and then the healer will rely on their own spirit to raise themselves, and then they need to bring spare Spirit of the Remembered to try to rest themselves repeatedly. Okay, so in here, try your best not to die. Okay, I know it's a learning run, it's a practice run. We do expect a few players who will be dying. Okay, our healers, be appreciative of them, because what they'll do is most of the time for learning runs, they'll try to rest the dead players so that y'all can go as far as you can, see as much of the run as you can. Hopefully you can at least see the last boss. Okay, so be appreciative of the healers. They are using sacrifices to carry you to a certain extent so that you can experience the fight itself. Okay, now do note sacrifices are kind of expensive. I think they are in a ballpark figure of about 100 to 150,000 gil each. So please be appreciative that players are actually rezzing you. Okay, the healers are rezzing you. It's not cheap. Okay, now next. Okay, for those players who are already inside here, there is a couple of things to note. Now for at the start, okay, while you're forming up your logos actions and everything, you'll notice that there's a Eureka timer on the right. Okay, there's a Hydatos timer and there's a BA timer. The BA timer is now sitting at 19 minutes and 45 seconds. If this timer runs out while we're inside here, we will all get kicked out. So I will need to go a bit faster to ensure that we don't run out of time. As we hit certain checkpoints, the time will extend. So like a time extension, we clear boss 1, time extends. We clear boss 2, time extends, etc, etc. We need to keep going faster. Now, next, those of you who are inside BA, you're not in a party, right? What you should do is you do like what Mizuki is doing. Okay, you just shout out, or not shout out, yell out or say out that you need a party, and then those players who have no party, right, you're just try to form up. Okay, because all the portals are taken, right, we should have exactly 48 players inside here, which means 6 parties of 8. Okay, we should have 6 parties of 8, full complement of 48 players. Okay, some players didn't get in, that means all the bottles were taken. Okay, so full 48 member, 6 parties. Now party leaders, what is gonna happen is that at the start here, there'll be 2 sides lah. Now you will notice that some players will be yelling out things like, okay, for example, Kelly, Shark, MT, Art, 1, 2, 5. Actually should be 1, 2, 5, Art, MT lah. Which is basically
So many
1
things.
tank, 2 healers, 5 DPS, Art side, main tank. Okay, MT means main tank. So other players will be calling out as well. Okay, so maybe for example, Gallant Miaopo 1, 2, 5 Art. His party is also 1 tank, 2 healers, 5 DPS. They are also going to the Art side. Okay, now this is important at the start because why? We need to split our group into 2 equally formed alliances. One on Art side, okay, which is on the Art side is on the Logos Manipulator side, and then one on the Owain side, which is the Magia Melder side. Okay, the reason for this is because the first pair of bosses, known as the twins, they have this special feature where if one of them is reduced to no health, but the other one has health remaining, the one with no health doesn't die. It stays alive and continue to do mechanics until both sides are dead lah. So we need to sort of have equal firepower so that they will both be taken down at about the same time. Okay, if one side is left alive for too long, then the other side will have a hard time. That side will have a hard time trying to just like focus on staying alive, and then the other side, the firepower not enough. They drag the fight very long. Okay, so just make sure it's evenly balanced. Okay, the other thing to check here is also for perception players. Now, by right, for this run, normally we assign players with perception. Okay, so actually 3 in the morning, and okay, someone on Kayla, you're supposed to have perception. Okay, but you shouldn't remove that line. Okay, but I think Aozaki has brought perception. So these players who are bringing perception, you should just yell out you have perception. We try to ensure that both sides have at least 1 player with perception. Okay, because it will help to scan for traps in the instance later on. Okay, and lastly, parties, once you know which side you are going on, help to place a waymark. Okay, actually we are on Owain side, right? So our waymark.
Yeah, if anyone has space in their parties, can they pick up little layers, please?
Thank you. Okay, all the parties should be yelling out their party compositions. Okay, so for the new players, if you all are in the new, you all have like 7 members, 6 members, just grab the spare players lah. Just grab the spare players. Or Lay's not solo. It's someone else who is solo. Mizuki is the solo player. Yeah, so just help to grab the player. Okay, party leaders, right? What you can do is you can open the adventurer list and sort by exploring dungeon, and then you just you notice anyone with a disconnect icon next to their name, yellow circle DC symbol, right? It means that they are not in a party. Those in a party will have the party flag next to their name. So just help to grab them lah. Okay, but they are tank lah, so they generally should survive anyway lah. So I'm not too worried about it. But help to pick them up. If not, they keep shouting, they need party, then no one's responding to them. Not very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing
You
is
can
that
solo as the healer.
the other thing is that okay, I think we are Owain side, right? Okay, I think our waymark's wrong. So for
Wait, are we?
yeah, we Owain, right? We Owain side, right? So we shouldn't put the waymark there. Okay, now for parties, once at this point of time, 15 minutes left. So
We're on.
we are.
Show you in art, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw Kelly shout Owain. Oh,
I'm
okay.
looking- I was looking for a main tank.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, that's great. Sorry, my bad.
The list is gonna do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So for parties, once you have sorted your logos actions, okay, you remember here at the start, the logos manipulator, you can access it. You can form logos actions. Once we get started, you cannot come back here. Okay, once we get started, we cannot come back here. So you must bring whatever you need from the logos manipulator before we get started. Once we start, we cannot add more actions anymore. So make sure you have everything you need before you get started. And then party leaders, just do a ready check for your parties. Okay, and ideally, if you see a waymark on one of the 2 sides, okay, usually what parties will do is once they call out, either out or win, to let the entire party know which side is the correct side, they will place a waymark on that side. You just make sure you follow your party lah. Okay, whatever you do, always follow your party. But don't jump down early. Ensure that you're on the correct side, and then do a ready check. Everyone's ready. Very good. as a party, okay, as an entire group, fall off on the correct side. Okay, be sure to fall off with your party. Okay, my party, since we are ready, I will jump down first. Y'all can just follow me.
Mizuki is still not in a party. Does anyone have space? They should have space.
Yeah, there will definitely be someone in a party with 7 players or less lah, because oh, I see. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
No, Velista's party still holding onto Nia, so that's why there's one slot not taken. Yeah. Okay lah, just tell Mizuki to just like try to stay alive, and then if any healers can just mark him lah, just mark him. Yeah, we're doing
Alright,
some extra things lah. Okay, but this one I'll let Velista resolve lah. Okay, now
Okay.
once there's multiple parties who have fallen off, go ahead and start lah. Okay, the main tanks can go ahead and start. Okay, I will be main tanking on the art side. So okay, Mizuki, you can go any side you want since you're not in any party.
Come outside.
Okay, yeah, come to art side lah.
Okay, they just went into Owain.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's fine.
can someone go to Owain, and keep an eye on Mizuki? It's I'm really bad. Oh, I told you. Yeah, sorry, wrong tell. Sorry.
Come on, get your shit together. Okay, no, just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay now. Okay, I need to take over I need to take back the VC. Okay. Now before you go any further, right? Inside here, don't ever pull mobs before the tank does. Okay, don't ever pull mobs before the tank does. Now in here, as a new player, not on defensive, you're not fully geared. Okay, you should have at least the Kirin Osode or the Vermilion Cloak, but you're not fully geared, and you're not a tank. If you pull a mob and the mob hits you, there is a chance you might just get one-shotted. They hit really hard in here because they're level 65 and you're level 60, and you know how the elements work. Okay, the Magia bot works. Okay, so just be very careful not to ever pull mobs ahead of the tank, and don't rip MET of the tank. Do note, tanks will sometimes pull multiple mobs at once. Wait for them to establish MET first. Okay, healers, this goes double for you. Casting heals on anybody tends to pull MET off mobs. Let the tank establish MET first. Okay, now we are gonna just dispatch mobs in the stairwell here. At the very top of the stairs, there are 2 mobs. These are called Biblosses. Okay, they are like, okay, I don't know how to describe them. They are like half minotaur dog things lah. Those mobs have a very nasty frontal and rear conal cleave attack that comes out nearly instantly. Do not be standing in front. Do not be standing behind the mobs. Okay, if you are ranged, just stay far away. If you are melee, be at their sides. Do note that if the mob turns around, get stunned, don't be standing with the tank, because what happens is they will turn around to the tank and cleave the tank. Okay, so note on my side, the mob is going to turn to me and cleave me. Pocket, Mako, move away from me. Yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah, you'll turn around and cleave the tank. So be careful.
Okay, so someone's pulled the other one.
It's fine.
Yep.
Okay, there's another tank who's got it, right? Tank just help to tank it. Thank you.
Oh, okay, they're fine.
Yeah,
Got a
yeah.
tank.
So any other tanks that are inside the run, right? Hey, someone just died there. Okay, any other tanks who are inside the run, your job is to hold aggro if the main tank cannot. So for example, 2 mobs were pulled, I cannot hold both. Try to help to tank the mob lah. Okay, again, don't stand at the front, don't stand at the back. Who's Pocket? Pocket keeps doing that. Just be careful. You almost died twice already. So just be careful lah. Okay. Unfortunately, our monk is dead now, so we will try our best to.
Chuck, take the aggro.
All right, I got it.
Cool.
Okay, just be careful. They'll do nasty cleaves lah. Okay, just kill it. Okay, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
now there's one dead player on our side already lah. So
Yep.
Okay, now just to let you guys know, okay, with regards to dead players, right? Unfortunately, and I'm going to be real blunt about this, is up to the healer's discretion to sacrifice. If someone's going to sacrifice,
They did it.
the healer will do it. Now, healers, if you're going to sacrifice someone, do what Felroix just did lah. So if you're going to sack someone, try to yell out that you are sacrificing them. This is to prevent other healers from using sacrifice at the same time, as well as to stop them from cracking open their sacrifices when you're about to sacrifice anyway. But it's okay, it's okay. It's fine for now. Only you are doing it, so it's okay. It's just to prevent multiple healers from doing the same thing at the same time. Okay, now we're running a bit short of time, so I'm going to just start with explanations. Now for Art and Owen, once you arrived at your boss, usually someone will shout out. Okay, so notice Kelly shout Art 100%. Okay, Owen will do the same thing as well. And then once both sides have arrived, I'll set a pull time and we'll get started. Okay, so Owen has arrived already. Now I'm going to keep this brief. So we're going to start at 1-5. Okay, I can't afford 3 minutes. 1440 lah. Okay, we're going to start at 1440. So ET 1440. Now I'll keep the explanations really brief. Now Owen side, if he's fire, you go to the ice spear. If he's ice, you go to the fire spear. If you get the triangle stack icons, you stack with other players with the triangle marker. If you have the AoE on your feet, you pull it away from everybody else. If you see any other mechanics other than this, we fucked up already. Okay, so this is Owen. For Art side, he will do a point blank and the spears will do a point blank. You need to run out and then run in. Alternatively, you can be in between two spears at the edge of the arena. Okay, if you're not sure where to go, follow the crowd. There's a big group of players moving to the edge. You can follow them as well. If he does the donut AoE, you need to run in and then run out to a spear. The spear will do a donut as well. Alternatively, you can stand at the outer edge next to a spear. You will avoid both the donuts. Okay, so take note of these safe spots. Okay, but Art is really tricky because you need to move very fast. Try your best to move quickly. If the floor flashes, you need to stop moving. Once the floor stops glowing, you need to avoid the line AoEs. Okay, and that's it for Art side mechanics. Okay, now we will be starting soon. LB2 at 1438, LB1 at 1439. Okay, so if you have LB1, caster or range, fire off the LB. Okay, just fire it off. Okay, and then we will pull. Okay, just pull. Okay, and just listen to callouts. Try your best to avoid the mechanics, and then it should die in about 3 minutes or so. These things don't take very long. Okay, now they usually open with a red, white, and a tank buster, so just healers keep an eye out. Okay, for callouts for this fight, because there's two sides fighting at the same time, I will preface my callouts with Art.
Owen go to fire.
Okay, Art side is donut. Go in first, then run out to any spear. Run out to any spear. Yeah, I gotta move fast. Notice people get clipped if they're slow.
Gotta go fast.
Okay, Art side, this will be point blank and then spears point blank. Move out and then move in, or go to the edge in between two spears. Okay, between two spears. Okay, run in.
Owen go to ice.
Okay, now Art side, stop moving. Art side, stop moving. Okay, and then avoid the line AoEs. Get out of the line AoEs.
Me.
Oh, inside you can stay on defensive Magia.
Someone just
So when had something bad
Okay,
happen to them, Marcelo,
yeah,
run.
run, just run. Run away from proximity, run away from Marcelo as well. Marcelo, you need to sprint, because the orb will chase you. Nice. Okay, good, you survived.
Okay, easy.
Art is at about 25%. Okay, Art, stop moving. Okay, we're seeing a bit more mechanics today. Okay,
Away from proximity for Owen.
Okay, you guys need to run out really quick. Those who got slowed need to run fast.
And
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah, that's nasty. Yeah.
oh jeez.
Normally you don't see these
Whoa.
mechanics, but DPS a bit low on the outside. And we almost done. Okay, I think
Okay.
like 3 or 4 deaths now.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay, we got 2 on the floor.
3 lah. There's 3 dead on the floor. Pocket's dead again. Adrian and Lee. At
Oh,
the
there
side.
is
Yeah.
someone over there, like right at the end. Oh, that's one of ours. Oops.
Okay. Again, for healers, if you're gonna sacrifice someone, try to target them and then yell out or say out so that we don't have like 2 players sacrificing the same player at the same time. It has happened before, and then both the healers die, and then we end up with more dead players than alive players. Net loss. Okay, so one at a time. Okay, now one thing to point out again is that for our learning runs, okay, the healers are being very nice and trying to carry as many players as far as they can. But do note that if for whatever reason, if we run out of sacrifices later on, right, we may be forced to either, number 1, abandon the run, or number 2, leave players behind. Okay, so do take note about this lah. Yeah, I'll try our best lah. We'll try our best. Gillen's dead so because he's sacrificed.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Does anybody have stacks? Yeah.
I'm gonna hijack the VC again. Okay,
Yeah,
now
go,
up the stairs. There's a trap, guys. Up the stairs, there's a trap. Those of you on the Owen side, if you're running up the stairs, there's a trap. Let the perceptors go first. Okay, don't step on the trap. And then when you reach the top of the hall, okay, up the stairs at the very top, there's a hallway there. Use hug the edge of the wall. There will be 4 more traps in that big hallway in a square pattern. So let the perceptors go first. Never ever run ahead unless you know how what the BA is like. There may be traps in certain places. I may not immediately say it out loud, but I try to remind people whenever I can. Sometimes I will just jump in and say it. Okay, everyone's up on the Owen side. Now at the hall at the top, there'll be a treasure coffer. Okay, good. Okay, there'll be a treasure coffer in the hallway, in the hall there. This treasure coffer is personal. Now all treasure coffers in BA is personal. You must grab your own treasure coffer. If you don't pick it up, then you lose out on the loot there. So everyone needs to take their own treasure coffer. Okay, now the big shiny circular things that you see on the floor here, these are explosive traps. If you step on them, you just die. Okay, now the small circular ones here, these are bleed traps. If you step on these, you won't die immediately, but you will get a 1-minute bleed debuff that cannot be Esunat, and you will get a 10-minute vulnerability debuff. So try not to step on them as well. Okay, now here in this hallway, what we're gonna do is Velista will be Velista and where's Little Lace? Is Little Lace inside today's run?
Hmm.
Let me see who are the
Hi.
tanks.
They are.
Yeah. So all the main tank capable tanks, y'all can just help me to start to but we'll let Velista be the main tank lah. So Velista, thank you very much. Velista will peel or pull the mobs in a controlled manner lah. So 1 or 2 at a time. Then all of us we just beat up the mobs okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, now any other tanks any other tanks in the run, right? Again, you are on babysitting duty. So in other words, right, if there's a mob that's aggro, okay, especially there's a sprite and there's a ghost that are what we call patrolling mobs. Okay, if you've done deep dungeon recently, there'll be these mobs that walk up and down the hall. If someone face pulls, a healer accidentally face pulls or DPS accidentally hits them by mistake, let the other tanks should step in and hold MET so that the healers and the DPS don't die. Okay, now also note that don't move forward too far. Let the tank pull the mobs back. Okay, you don't want to accidentally face pull something. If you face pull it and no tank steps in to tank for you, you're just gonna die. Okay, they will hit you and then you will get 1-shotted or 2-shotted. Okay, hit you once, you are like 80% damage. Hit you again, you just die. So please be very careful about face pulling. Let the tanks pull the mobs back to us. Now in this hallway here, there's a couple of special mobs to take note of. The first of which is the doll mob, which was already killed. Now the door needs to be pointed away from the alliance. After a short amount of time, it will use Terrifying Glance, which is a large conal AoE. Large doesn't begin to describe. It's massive. It's like 1/3 of the size of this hall here. It's very, very big. So the tank will normally point it away from the party. Now the other mob to take note of is these centaurs here. The centaurs will use a skill called Berserk. Now if Berserk goes off, the centaurs gain a damage up buff, and they will start to one-shot or two-shot players. Okay, one-shot normal players, two-shot tanks. Tanks maybe can take one hit. We need to interrupt the Berserk cast, but the problem is that the Berserk cast, these centaurs cannot be stunned, and they cannot be interrupted, okay, or silenced as we call it in this game. So we need to use sleep to interrupt it. So usually a healer will swift cast, repose, or sleep to interrupt the centaur cast. Okay, but note that you don't pre-cast it. If you cast sleep on it 3 times, they will become immune to sleep, and then cannot be sleep anymore. Okay, so that is very bad. Okay, never pre-cast the sleep. Okay, someone DC, but it's fine because I'm going to start on exposition. Okay, now, once you're done, okay, remember take your treasure coffer at the start, at the hallway, okay, down the hall there. If you miss it, you can't come back to grab it later. Once we clear this second boss, it will disappear. Okay, so please remember to grab our treasure coffer. Okay, and welcome to boss number 2. This is Raiden. Now, Raiden is a thunder aspected boss, so rotate your Mega to the correct element. Okay, for DPS, you should be on Earth. Okay, main tank will be on Thunder. And Raiden really has only 2 main mechanics that we need to look out for. Okay, explanation time. I'm going to explain stuff for a bit.
Yep.
Okay, now, we'll wait for the DC player to come back as well. So whoever is in the party of the DC player, once they are back, just let us know. Okay, just type it out in say chat, and then let us know that they are back. Okay, now, Raiden's mechanics. Raiden has 2 mechanics that you need to look out for. The first is the lateral slash. Okay, lateral slash, or what we call the lateral Zantetsuken. What will happen is that Raiden will disappear. We will all stack in the middle of the arena. Raiden will appear on either the east or the west of the arena and raise his sword on either his left or his right. Puddles will appear below randomly selected players, but because we are all stacked in the middle, a large number of puddles will appear below all of us. And then we will move out of the puddles, okay, to avoid it, and then run to the safe side, which is the side his sword is not pointed on. Okay, one more time from the start. Raiden disappears. We stack in the middle. We will look for Raiden on either the east or the west. Raiden raises his sword on to his left or his right. Puddles appear below everyone. Move out of the puddles and go to the safe side where his sword is not pointing at. Shortly after this, Raiden cleaves across the arena, killing anybody in the center and anybody on the side his sword is pointing towards. If you are not sure which is the safe side, when you are running out of the puddles, stop and identify. Okay, get out of the puddles first. Get out of the puddles and then see where everybody is going to. It's either the north or the south. You should be with everyone else. You should follow everyone else. If everyone is waving to you from one of the sides and you're on the other side, don't stop and wave back to them. You're gonna die. So quickly run over to the safe side. Healers, if you see your party members on the wrong side, you can quickly rescue them over to the safe side. Now, second mechanic is cloud to ground. Now, cloud to ground, what happens is a single Axle Flare. Okay, what's an Axle Flare? An Axle Flare is a traveling AoE. Okay, it's one of those circular AoEs with an arrow in it. Will appear at the edge of the arena. When it starts traveling, we will stand at where it spawned because that spot will be safe. We will stack there. Raiden will cast Bitter Bulbs. Once Bitter Bulbs goes off, there's a lot of things happening. Number 1, there will still be Axle Flares traveling across the arena. Number 2, puddles will appear below randomly selected players, but again, because we're all stacked there, a large number of puddles will appear below all of us. Number 3, some player pairs will be tethered to each other. Split the tether. So at that point of time, usually I'll say pop, sprint, run around, avoid the Axle Flares, avoid the puddles. If you have a tether, split the tether. Okay, so just sprint, run around, avoid everything, break tethers. At the end of all of that, Raiden does Whirling Zantetsuken, which is a donut-shaped AoE. The only safe spot is inside Raiden's hitbox. Okay, once again, Whirling Zantetsuken, the safe spot is inside Raiden's hitbox. I will call it out. Please come close to Raiden at the end of it and stand inside his hitbox. Okay, now other than that, the rest of the fight will have certain mechanics. Okay, there's a light DPS check, there's AoE puddles, okay, there's red whites, there's a tank buster, etc, etc. I will call it out. Just listen to callouts and you'll be fine. Okay, so we'll be yeah, don't worry, the Ame no Sakaoko, I will just tell you all what to do and you all can just follow and you'll be fine also lah. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I won't spend time explaining mechanics that I can just call out. Is what I'm trying to say, because if not, my sermon will be like 3 hours and then Kelly will scold me later. So just listen to callouts and just chill, relax a bit, and you should be fine. Okay, now use food. Okay, for those of you who are not for those of you who are ready, right, just step forwards beyond the purple line. Okay, come forwards beyond the purple line so that we know you're ready. Now, if there's anybody who's not ready, okay, I'm just gonna do a quick ready check lah. Okay, just do a ready check. Everyone just help do a ready check. If there's anyone who's not ready, let us know. Okay, just sound off. Okay, after 45 seconds, if there's anyone who's not ready, just let us know. But everyone who's ready, just come forward beyond the purple line so that we know you're ready. If you have food, use it. Okay, food works inside BA, so use the food if you haven't already. At any point of time in fights, if you die and your spirit procs, and you get up, remember to crack open a new spirit. Okay, because again, healer sacrifice is a bit expensive and it's a limited resource here. If we lose too many players as we go along, right, we might be forced to abandon the run. So always remember to crack a new sacrifice to try to keep yourself alive lah. Okay, it's most important to just stay alive as long as you can, so that we can proceed through the run. Okay, now we're gonna start at ET 2000. Okay, ET 200. Oh, I shouldn't shouted that out. My bad. Okay, ET 2000. And then Velista will be main tanking here. So Velista, thank you. So only Velista should be on Thunder, and then the rest of us will be on Earth for DPS. Now if you have limit break, once again, limit breaks will be LB1 at 1959, LB2 at 1958, range or caster LB. So if you are a caster or range, just use the limit break, because once we pull, the limit break will drain away. So you may as well just fire it off. You just use it. Okay, so ready up. Listen to callouts. We'll just try our best to clear this fight. Okay, now
Let's have some fun.
yeah, let's have some. If we stay cool, everything will be fine. Okay, limit break 1. Okay, and then let Velista establish MET first. Okay, generally speaking, as the main tank, Velista will pull the boss closer to one of the corner of the arena. So here he's just pulling it to the north lah. Okay, there'll be a red white at the start, and then there'll be a tank buster. Okay, so Shingun is the tank buster. And then shortly after this, Raiden will use Thunder Call, which will place an electrified ring around the edge of the arena. Now at this point of time, all the range and caster DPS and healers as well, you can go to maximum range. Just move far away from Raiden to maximum range. Shortly after this, Raiden will do Ame no Sakaoko, which is a point blank AoE, a very big one. Everybody will need to go to maximum range now. Okay, everyone run to maximum range. Okay, away from Raiden. Now Raiden's going to jump back, go inside his hitbox, be inside his hitbox, come into his hitbox, come inside the hitbox. Okay, anyone standing outside is going to die. Gallon's dead. Yeah.
Patrick again.
He's not in the VC, I think. Okay, now stack in the middle of the arena. Okay, stack in the middle. This is the Zantetsuken. Raiden's on the west. Look at Raiden. Run out of the puddles. Go to the safe side. Okay, just follow everyone now if you're not sure.
Nice.
Okay, Gallon like don't know doing what, but it's okay. Later I'll disturb him. Okay, red white again. Yeah, I know, right? Actually, I should say something to save you, but never mind.
Kellen saw something shiny.
I know, right? Okay, spread out lightly, spread out lightly. You don't want to overlap these puddles. Okay, you don't want to be in the overlapping regions for these puddles. Okay, just space them out, drop them. You can eat one, it's fine. Don't be taking two at a time. Okay, and at this point of time, the spears is a light DPS check. We will burn the spears down. Okay, burn the spears. Okay, it's a very, very light DPS check. But I think DPS is a bit low, but it's okay.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, get out of the bruise. There'll be a red white, then the bruise. Okay, BBD's TM, trademark. Okay, move out of the bruise. Now, shortly after this, we're going to see cloud to ground. Okay, now we are going to look for the first Exaflare. Okay, this one is going to be a bit spicy. Normally we skip this, but you know, today's DPS is a
It's
bit low.
north.
Yep, we're going north. Just follow everyone, follow everyone. As it travels, we stack at where it spawns. So here, get ready to pop sprint.
Come in. Just come in. Just kill it.
Okay, just kill. Okay, nice. We skip bitter bugs and that shenanigans. Okay. Okay, any deaths? Now, first things first, grab the treasure coffer at the front over here. Don't forget this one. Okay, everybody's crowding around it, so you can't really see, but there's a treasure coffer here. Remember to grab it. Okay, and no deaths are so very good. Okay, just move up to the stairwell, and we'll proceed onwards. Okay, I mean there was one death like Galen, but that's fine. Yeah. Luna DC for a moment. That's why they got killed. But I think the spirit of the remembered proc, so it's fine. Okay, now here in the hallway, right, what's gonna happen is that the main tank, Felista, will peel the mobs into the stairwell here. Okay, the reason for this is because there's a single trap somewhere in this hall. We don't know where, we can't see it. So the main tank will try to pull the mobs away from the entryway so that the perceptors can carefully scan the area near the entry, and then as we dispatch the mobs, the perceptors can go in further and scan for the trap itself. Okay, once there's only one bleed trap somewhere here, so once we found it, we'll know that it's safe to enter lah. Okay, but just take note, there's a patrolling doll mob walking up and down the stairs, so you want to be careful of that one as well. Okay, these mobs here, nothing very special. I think the fan does a line AoE that's a bit hard to see sometimes. As a tank, if I see them casting nasty things, I will try to stun or interrupt. Where's the door? Okay, the door's coming back down. Okay, we found the trap, thank you very much. 3. Okay, very nice, Def L. Okay, if you see mobs dying like this suddenly, it just means someone has used the Def L logos action and insta-killed the mob, which is fantastic. But it's RNG, it's a random thing. Yeah, don't worry, I'm on babysitting duty, don't worry. Yeah, if the door is full, I will grab it.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who like want to know like what's a good action to bring, I highly recommend Def L as a DPS or even healer or tanks can bring it. Okay, and anyone can bring it actually, and it's great because you can insta kill mobs, which will save us a lot of time.
Yep.
Okay, but there are other actions as well, things like double HL, Spirit Dart, etc, etc. Okay, but all these I won't address in the learning run. You can ask in the Discord later. Okay, now there's a trap in front of the treasure coffer. There's a trap in front of the treasure coffer. Wait for the perceptors to scan it. Okay, oh, it's right in front. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Be very careful about large explosive traps like this. You want to stand away from them. If someone accidentally steps in the trap and you're standing near them, near the trap, you will also die. So I always give the traps a very large berth lah. Okay, give it a wide space around it, because even though we can see traps, I've seen people stepping in traps when the trap is visible to everyone. They're like, oops, I auto run into it. Or my personal favorite, my dog is rubbing its face on the vomit on the bed or something.
What? What did you say?
You forgotten?
Vomit?
You forgotten?
Oh.
Someone auto run into the trap because
Wait, that's
their
that
dog
was okay.
was rubbing its face in its own vomit on the bed. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh my god, his cat sabotaged
Dog,
him
his
so
dog.
often.
It was a dog.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah,
It
it's
wasn't
a dog. Yeah.
It wasn't his tabby.
It's not a cat.
It's
a
like
dog.
your own
Yeah.
cat as well.
I think so lah. I haven't seen it for a long time. Don't know where he go already.
It's called Steven. See, the only reason I remember it, because I'm like, why did you call your cat Steven?
Cat Steven. I thought like Steve was a recurring meme back then. I can't remember lah.
Yeah, it was.
I see. Okay, Anyway, I'll explain this hallway here. Okay, now, so here in this hallway, don't go into the rooms, please be careful. There are mobs in this hallway, so we're just gonna dispatch the mobs. In this hallway, there are 6 rooms. Each room has mobs in them, and you will notice that each room has an element, okay, quote unquote element. Okay, if you just like peer into the rooms or look into the rooms, you will see that okay, there's a fire and earth room at the start, wind and thunder room in the middle, and then ice and water room at the ends. Okay, these rooms, what we're looking for here is we're gonna look for 2 things. Number 1, there's a visible treasure coffer. Okay, now some of them have already said that the treasure coffer is in wind. Okay, Tans and Kelly has yelled out that wind has a treasure coffer. So we will proceed to the wind room first and let the tank do their thing. Okay, the tank will peel the mobs into the hallway, and then we will dispatch the mobs in the hallway here. Okay, being very careful not to pull enmity. There's quite a lot of mobs sometimes. Note that okay, yeah, avoid AoEs and so on and so forth. Okay, note that inside the rooms there's a trap in some. There are traps in some of these rooms. That's why we're not running into the rooms. We're pulling the mobs out. Okay, so once the tanks have cleared the room, okay, clear out the room of mobs, the perceptors can carefully go in and scan for traps. There will be 1 trap in the wind and thunder rooms, 2 traps in the ice and water rooms, and no traps in the earth and fire rooms for this first set of 6 rooms. Okay, there will be a second set of 6 rooms later on. Yeah, so what we do is we usually like, okay, to answer Floresca's question, right, we just like rotate, pan the camera left to right, and then you should be able to see the treasure coffer in every room lah. Okay, so treasure coffer is in the left side of the wind room. There's 1 trap found. Thank you very much.
Yep.
So everyone go and grab your treasure coffer in the wind room. Now also note that the second thing that we're looking for here is an invisible teleporter. Now the teleporter cannot be seen, so it must be revealed with perception. So whoever does the scanning for traps, at the same time you will scan the room for the teleporter. So basically once you found all the traps, if you scan, okay, use perception, it will tell you that there's a hidden something nearby, a hidden trap nearby. That means the teleporter is nearby. You will need to scan for it as well. Okay, but if it tells you there's nothing nearby, that means it's not in that room. Okay, it's random which room the teleporter and the treasure coffer will be in. So we need to just systematically clear out rooms. Sometimes if you're lucky, both the teleporter and the treasure coffer is in the same room. Okay, but here in this case we were not, so we're gonna clear out the other rooms one at a time. Note that for the order of the room clearing, not very important, but the general idea is we clear the treasure room first, so we can grab the treasure. Then we do the ice water rooms next. Okay, the reason for this is because the traps in these rooms can actually be used by tanks running Indomitable. Okay, I won't explain what Indomitable is, but tanks will use traps in regular runs. Okay, watch out for these large pizza slices. Oh, that's very nasty. Yeah, normally for the blue doors, you want to be very near them or very, 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 very far away. Same for the red doors. The red doors do a donut AoE. You want to be either very, very near them or very, very, very far away. Okay, these doors cannot be stunned or interrupted, so it's very annoying.
Yeah, it's not in water. Not in water.
Not in ice lah. Oh, tree, careful. Oh, dude, you're walking too many steps.
jeez.
You're walking too many steps there.
Wow. Just like made me freak out just a little bit.
Yeah, that's close, but it's fine. As long as you're not dead, it's fine. Okay, so it's not in water room, not in
Just do it over here one more time.
yeah, perceptor just scan where Kelly is jumping. Yeah, just in case it's
Yep.
in the corner.
Okay,
there.
it's not here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we move on to the other rooms. I guess thunder room next. Yeah, if we are lucky, we can do all 6 rooms.
No, that's not lucky. I still wanna eat. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you all paid the same price, right, to get in, so might as well get the most value out of it. No lah, okay lah, no.
Dude, it's no longer. It's how short it is.
I know, right? Okay lah. We try to dispatch. We try to kill things faster. Okay, I'll pull the other one. I'll pull the other one. And then kill everything all at once. Yeah. Then tree, you can just go in and scan for a trap lah. Once we clear the room, you can just focus on scanning. It's okay. We can dispatch mobs. Just don't die. Just step on traps, please.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2
Ooh.
steps, stop, scan. 1, 2 steps, stop, scan. Okay, one trap only. Very good. So check for teleporter in the corners of the room. Usually it's at the back.
Yep.
Yeah. So Kelly will help you, will guide you lah to where the teleporter is. I think it's somewhere there. Yeah. No.
On the other side as well.
Okay, then the rest of us, we go on to
Yeah.
fire and earth. We don't need to wait.
Yep.
Oh, it's found?
That's done. No, it's not.
I thought you yup, then it's
No.
found.
I was just telling them when I was going up to them. I will shut up now.
Yeah lah, I know, right?
You keep waffling.
What's waffling?
It's an Australian term. It's when you continuously talk for no reason.
Yeah lah, you always waffle. What are you talking about? You always
That's
waffle.
not me.
You always waffle. Whatever that is. I learned something new today. Hey, Sesan, no.
Love.
Yeah, watch out for the AoEs. Okay, remember pop news read. Accidents happen, it's fine.
Oh, tears.
Okay, tree, fire and earth has no trap, so no need to scan. But you will need to scan for the teleporter, which is almost always at the back of the room lah. So let us clear the mobs first. Once it's safe, then you go in and scan near the back. Okay, but be careful. Okay, guys, donut AoE. Very near or very, very far. We don't want accidents to happen. Sam, you. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Yeah, not here. I guess we go earth lah. Then must be earth lah. Okay, let's go. 6 room. Yay.
The good point is that Earth only has one spot.
Yeah, we know where the earth
Where it's
teleporter is. So if we know
Yeah.
it's here, but let's kill the
It's
mobs
right
first.
at-
Let's kill the mobs first.
Yeah. It's right in the middle, at the back.
Okay, no need to scan, Okay, Kelly, you just run to the center back. Just run straight. Yeah, go.
Yep.
Yeah. Then you step into it lah. Ta-da! Found. Okay.
I heard.
Yeah. You obviously
okay.
you will go through lah. Obviously you'll go through instantly. That's expected. That's why I asked you to go, because we don't need you
That's
here.
fun. That was fun.
Yeah, just so you all know, you can find the teleporter without actually scanning for it lah. This is
It's like Horde in Deep Dungeons.
I guess that's true lah.
Technically, that is correct.
It's also like traps in deep dungeons. You can also step on them.
There are so many traps in the new one.
You waffling again. Aha!
Nui.
Okay, there's another treasure
it
coffer
you?
on the right. Remember, grab the treasure coffer. This one has no trap, so just remember, grab it. It's free stuff. And then, now, down the hall, the stairwell here, there's another hall. It looks a bit like copy and pasted, but another hall, more mobs, one more bleed trap somewhere in this hall. We peel the mobs to the stairs, kill the mobs, another 6 rooms, clear the hallway, and then we'll do the support fate afterwards. Okay, so same thing, just tank and spam the mobs. Perceptor just help to scan for the single bleed trap somewhere here. Okay, just to double check, just a quick check. 3, how many perception charges do you have left? And do you have a spare? Okay, watch out for the ghost. Okay, Valista's got it, thank you. $31, okay, a spare, can.
Nice.
As long as you have spare, it's okay lah. Because I think it seems like you're the only perceptor here.
Yeah, the other Perceptor asked if it was okay that they changed the plate error because they died.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So,
That's fine. No, they
I just said it was fine.
yeah, they need to.
Yeah.
They need to.
Yeah.
As in, they need to change because they need the spirit. Not that.
Yeah,
they need
exactly.
They need
Yeah.
spirit. It's fine. Yeah. So actually for DPS, right, just like something to mention here, like any DPS, or most DPS generally have spare perception plates, right, that they bring along, but they don't use. Like they don't actually use the perception. But if let's say in a pinch, let's say if 3 steps on a trap and dies, right, and then he DC, or something, he cannot come back, right, then we will need other players to use their perception because there's no way to find traps otherwise. Okay, someone can def L the mobs, that'll be great. Nice, thank you. Yeah.
Nice.
Sharp brand, by the way. Just so you guys know, the def Ls that work is Sharp brand def L. See, this one also Shark brand, very nice.
Nice.
Thanks guys. Thank you for your custom. Please continue to support and purchase Shark brand, DevL.
Hi.
Okay, there's a couple of mobs here. 2 ghosts.
Legit.
And then now here in this hallway there is, hey, no, that's not true. Hey, why is Tomato here? What the fuck? It's Tomato. Okay, now in this hallway there is 6 rooms. Different. Okay, now in each room there is 1 trap in the somewhere near the center of the room. So Perceptor help to go and scan the rooms. You can scan the rooms at the fire and earth at the start here first, because there are no mobs in the ice and water ones, because there are no mobs in here. Okay, I will yeah, just have to scan. Careful, be careful. The trap is always in the center of the room, overlapping the circular button in the center. Okay, so just be careful about it. Okay, just help to scan all 6 rooms. Make sure all 6 rooms there's only 1 trap in each room. Help to scan the room. Okay, and now what's gonna happen here is that we're gonna split up into 6 different groups, and each group will take 1 room. Ideally, we have 1 tank and healer per group. Okay, but if in park runs there may be not enough tanks or not enough healers, okay, usually you try to adjust lah. Okay, DPS or healers can use plate bearer and incense to tank. DPS and tanks can bring things like cure 2, cure 3, even normal cure also can. Okay, just to double up as a healer as well. Okay, so party leaders, just pick a room, shout out your party comm. Okay, like what everyone is doing. 233 ice. Okay, Azur, so Azur's in the ice room. Okay, Irasu is fire. Galen is lightning or thunder. Kelly's party, my party is in the earth room.
Yep, we still need water.
And then one more
Can I take the stone
Stone
room
room,
and someone take the
water room. Okay,
We
lah.
can go water.
That-
We can go
we
water.
will shift to water lah.
Yep.
Okay lah. So yeah, so just go to your rooms. Tanks, now tanks for each room, you will be, now what's gonna happen is later everyone is going to go into their own rooms, stay in the corner of the room. There will be a button in the center of each room. Oh, okay, I thought the trap not yet found. Okay, thanks. Okay, there'll be a button in the center of each room. Once we have everything assigned properly, okay, thanks, 3. Okay, once we have everything assigned properly, we will set a start time, and the tank will stand in the button in the center of the room. Okay, the button, not the trap. Tanks, turn on your stance, rotate your Magia to defensive for that room element. Okay, if you're not sure what room you are in, you just ask, we will tell you, but generally you should have shouted the room you are in. So rotate to defensive for that room. Once all 6 rooms have 1 person standing in the button in the center, the doors will close, 2 mobs will spawn, and you will need to tank and spam the mobs in your parties lah. Okay, just keep the tank alive. DPS don't rip enmity of the tank. Let the tank pull the mob first. Tanks, pay attention to the mobs. If any of the mobs are aggroed to your party when they spawn, pull that mob first. Don't immediately start pulling things and then realize that you pull one and then your party pulls the other one, and then you have to tank both of them at the same time. Okay, not that it's not possible, but it's just more spicy for the healers. Okay, so just tank and spam lah. Okay, now at this point of time, we will also do ready checks. Okay, so ready check for all the parties, and here during the rooms, we can use shout. Okay, because why? People in the earth and fire room cannot hear the people in the ice and water room on the opposite end, so we will start to use shout for this section of BA. Okay, so do ready checks. Once you're ready, shout out, your party comm, or just say your room element is ready. At the same time, the people outside in Hydatos, okay, just to let you all know, people outside in Hydatos will be doing the support fate. Okay, the Tristitia fate will spawn, and the players in the Hydatos instance outside will help us to clear the support fate, and then there will be 8 more portals for them to take to join us in the support lah. Okay, so the players outside will need to have dispel. Okay, usually the person running BA, the organizer, will ensure that the players outside have dispel, but in this case, Nia is already outside, so thanks Nia. Nia has dispel already. Okay, very reliable.
Yes,
All
got it.
the
But I
veterans.
have it as well.
Yeah, a few people will have it lah. Usually it's best to have more than one person having it because if that person dies by
Yep.
accident or disease, then everyone outside dies. So
True.
they will usually bring
ET?
spares. Okay, we're gonna start.
Everyone's ready.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start at ET 0400 lah. Okay, so ET 0400. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for the cause we're running out of time lah. We down to 9 minutes so I'm gonna just push onwards for the support field lah. Yeah, I ideally sometimes
It is, it is. Yeah.
if we have time I would have waited for the guys to do PW, but we're running short of time. So we're just gonna press
Right.
forward. It's not because of you, it's because our timer here has 8 minutes left.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Huh? What? Oh, oh my god.
I thought I was cracking the whip, but obviously I'm not doing it hard enough.
Yeah lah, obviously lah.
Wow.
If you can do it hard enough, I would have gone faster a long time ago, but obviously it doesn't work. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Okay, tanks have your stances on, make sure you're on the correct defensive mech gear. And then once you reach 0400, just step in the button in the center. The thing should sort of like pulse once. And then once all 6 rooms have someone standing in it, the doors will close. We will tank and spang the mobs. You just good luck lah, just kill the mobs lah. Make sure your stance is on. Okay, my party has put one already. Careful. Okay, for the doors, be careful. Once again, either be very close or very, very far. I'm gonna just pull this very, very near us so that we can avoid the pizza slice. But it's a pizza slice. Yeah. I'm doing it on purpose, just so you all know. Avoid. Thank you.
Gain is my
Huh?
Black Mage has to move.
Yo. Bully the black mage. But I mean, I guess the Popoto lah, so never mind. This side. Okay, the other thing to
Oh.
mention here is once you kill the mobs in the room, you run out to the main gate, the main door at the front, the very, very big one. And then once you get there, right, you shout first if you are the first one there. Okay, no, this is just for fun. It's just a little mini race we have. Hey, why Ice win? already?
Wow, Casey got it first.
Suspicious,
Ooh.
yeah? Some
They probably had both Death L.
suspicious activity going on there. We still fighting. But yeah, it's okay lah. It's just
Yeah.
a fun little mini game that we always have in BA.
Oh wait, wait. Isn't Wayne actually in here though?
Yeah, he was
Wait.
in the other party.
Oh, okay. Thought he was trolling.
Actually, Win should always be second, by the way, just so you guys know. You know why? Because second, Win.
It's like, oh my gosh. I'm probably the only one that laughs at your jokes, you know.
That's why you just love all
Yeah.
those little jokes.
I love cheesy jokes though.
Yeah.
I think they're funny.
Shake my head, shake my head. Just be careful, don't stand near the doors. Just so you all know, if the AoE goes next to the door, right, you will die from the outside as well. They can kill you from the inside.
Was this the plan, Ballista? You're just gonna die? Wait, what are you doing? You don't have to touch. Why?
I think he messed up. I think he fucked up. I think he he just
You
messed up.
fucked up twice.
He messed
Like-
up on the reflecting. Yeah. Okay, guys. Wait, do
Oh
we
my
just let
God.
Velista
I fucked
continue?
up.
Just let Velista continue reflecting lah. Just let him reflect to get his indom
Yeah.
stacks
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just go ahead and continue. We'll just let you do your thing lah. Just don't die again. Your guys don't attack. Don't attack. If you attack, you're gonna pull aggro
yeah.
off him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't attack. Just let him do his reflex stuff.
Yeah, you can proceed, I think.
I mean the door's not open. I can't proceed without you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to die.
It's okay lah, slowly. It's okay. No hurry.
It's okay. He's
Yeah.
gonna
I
get
mean,
this.
once I get in 60 stacks, you can kill it.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
scaring
I guess that's true.
people.
Yeah, you just go away from him, please. If you're pull enmity, right, you're gonna die. Although I'm on babysitting duty again.
I'm just thinking Ballista is the
Go,
new
go, go.
Ella.
Watch out!
Go, attack.
Okay, pulling.
Fine.
Let's kill and kill.
Nice.
He's just doing indomitable things lah. So he's building his HP stacks to maximum. Yeah, things like okay. So I did mention this earlier on, but things like indomitable, things like double HL, things like eagle eye shot, focus 16, okay, all the advanced BA strats. Normally I don't explain the learning. Right? No time lah. There's no time. So, but if you're interested in learning how to do these things, or what are these things in the first place, you can ask in the Discord later on. Okay, once we have done with the BA learning run, you can just ask in Discord. Okay, now if anyone sees a treasure coffer here, if you see a treasure coffer here, just understand that you missed picking up. Okay, no, it's a bonus coffer. No lah, you missed picking up the Raiden coffer just now. We are back at the Raiden's arena, so if you see a treasure coffer here, you forgot to take it earlier. Please remember to grab it now. Okay, and then we just retrace our steps back to the original set of 6 rooms. There'll be mobs in the hallway. Okay, there'll be more mobs in the hallway here. So we're gonna just dispatch the mobs. Now, tanks, turn off your tank stances because you'll still have it on if you once you're done with the rooms. Let Velista main tank again. In this hallway, new mobs have spawned, and there are 3 mobs that we need to pay attention to. Okay, the 3 mobs. Okay, nothing special about the mobs, but okay, Velista, let's go ahead start pulling.
I'm actually disconnected.
You are. Okay, I will start pulling. I will start pulling to save time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here right, in this hallway, right, there's 3 mobs. The frog that we see on the left over here. Up ahead, there's a centaur, and there's a book monster. A big book monster. Okay, not the tome. The bibliotaph. Okay, the reason why these mobs are important is not because they are dangerous or something, but because they will walk around this area. So you notice how they will sort of like wander around. Okay, sometimes they will clip into the wall. Sometimes they will walk into the rooms. And because of this, we need to be extremely careful that we don't miss the monster. As in, we walk past the room and then the mob goes into the room. We miss it, and then it comes out behind the party, which has happened before. So usually we account for these 3 mobs by checking that we have dispatched all 3 of them. It has happened before. The frog come out from behind the party and then just hit like 2 or 3 people, killing them. Then we realize, hey, why are people dying? And then, hey, shit, there's a monster behind. Then no tank was there. Okay, so just be careful. Okay, this centaur has berserk, but usually the healers will got it. Thanks.
Yep.
Ouch.
Easy.
Hey, the book monster. Okay, now Velista's got it.
Yeah, it's closer.
So, it was very funny. I saw Velista walking into the room on the left, then the book monster run from the right all the way across to slap him.
Just
like,
scares him.
you know, right? It was damn funny. So suddenly the book rush across the hall just to slap him. Okay, now we've cleared everything here. We've cleared all the 6 rooms, so there's nothing else. So at this point of time, right, we are gonna take a short break. So here, what's happening is that we are waiting for the support fate people to come in. Okay, so support fate, just to let you all know, they will have the same process as us when we entered, but instead of 48 portals, okay, they only have 8 portals. So they have a 10-minute timer counting down to 9. 4 minutes later, blue portals will appear. 8 of them appear. 3 minutes after that, all the blue portals disappear, reshuffle their positions, and red portals will appear. So they are doing the same thing that we did, but instead of 48 portals, they only have 8 portals. 8 new players will join us in BA from this point onwards. Now, at this point of time, because we're waiting for them to come in, and they will take some time to form their logos, actions, do their thing, and then run all the way up here to join us, we are going to take a short break. Okay, we're going to take a short break. This will be a designated bio break, okay, coffee break, tea break, toilet break. So take a short break. Okay, let's rest for a while. We will be back by on the clock. X45 lah. Okay, so X45. Okay, no matter which hour you're on, which time zone you're on, in about 6 minutes, be back here. Okay, so I will resume explanations by X45. Do note that if you are AFK for more than 8 to 9 minutes, at the 10-minute AFK mark, you will get kicked out of the instance. Please do not AFK for too long. Okay, we have cases where people AFK for 10 minutes and they got kicked out. So please don't AFK for too long. Okay, go for a short break. Be back by X45, and then I will resume explanations in a short while. Okay, now for those of you who are staying behind, okay, you are not actually going for a break, you just want to sit down and chill. Tense is kindly casting shell and protect at the rear. Now what we usually do for shell protectors is we will form a line. Okay, not Tense, someone else is casting it, sorry. Okay, but whoever it is, thank you very much. What we do here on Elemental, and actually Material has adopted our style because it's basically us running BA there. So is that we will form a line, queue up,
get your shell and protect. Once you've gotten it, say thank you, bow, move out of the line, next person step forward to get their shell and protect. Okay, this makes it easier for the caster of the shell and protect to see who has it and who doesn't have it. Okay, they are helping us by bringing it along. We make their life easier by moving out of the line once they have you have gotten your shell and protect. So thank you very much for casting it. Okay, there's too many shiny things. Okay, Neko-chan. Okay, thank you very much, Neko-chan, for casting shell and protect. Okay, too many shiny sparkles. I go add to become. Just cannot see the name. Okay, and I'll bio break as well. Be right back in a short while.
Bird, I can hear you pooping. Bird. Which point? That point? That point there. That's
Okay, I'm back. I know, right? Actually, what happened there, I'm not very sure. He like probably. I have no idea why he died there, but it's okay lah. Shit, I mean stuff happens. It's fine. Cannot 14 people. Okay, so we have about 55 people in our instance right now. So everyone's here or inside already. Okay, okay. Alright. Okay, so we'll come back. It's X4 sorry. Okay, it's X45 already. So I'm gonna start off by hopefully everyone's back lah. Hopefully those new players, you all are back after your short intermission or break. Okay, now I'm gonna just kick off by starting explanations lah. Okay, we're down to about 23 minutes, so I don't take too long for this. Now, at this point of time, there's a couple of things to handle. Okay, so first and foremost, the support fit people have come in to join us. So usually they will form a party. They'll just form up. So there will be 7 full parties now. So what's going to happen is that we'll have 7 parties for AV, which is the third boss, up ahead, and then Osma later on. Now, at this point of time, all players who are using Plate Bearer, okay, Wisdom of the Plate Bearer, right, it's highly encouraged and highly recommended you switch out your Plate Bearer Wisdoms for a DPS Wisdom. Okay, so if you all read the README, you have noticed that it's half Plate Bearer, half DPS Wisdom. This is when you change out for DPS Wisdoms. Okay, because from this point onwards, there's only 3 more fights left. AV, which is the third boss, 2 trash mobs after AV, and Osma, the final boss. Boss 3 and boss 4, okay, Osma and AV, have DPS checks. Okay, AV is 7 minutes 30 seconds long, Osma is 10 minutes 30 seconds long. We will need to beat the DPS check to clear the fight. Okay, so for practice runs and park runs, we always tell people to switch out for DPS Wisdoms. Okay, so these DPS Wisdoms will either be Elder, Fiend Hunter, or Duelist if you have them. If you don't have any of these 3, Skirmisher also works. Okay, but again, it's either you brought them or you didn't bring them. Okay, if you didn't bring them, then never mind, it's fine. Okay, but do take note that for public runs or park runs, you should have a DPS Wisdom from this point onwards. Okay, people in your party will actually tell you, can you please switch out to the DPS Wisdom? Can you please, Duelist, Fiend Hunter, Elder, do you have it? Please use it. Something like that. Okay, they won't look too kindly on people who don't carry their own weight for a public run. So do keep this in mind for regular runs outside. Okay, now moving on. AV itself is a wind aspected boss, so rotate your Magia to the correct element and let your Magia recharge. Okay, there will be some Magia rotation in this fight, so healers, if you can, you just use refresh, make sure everyone's at full Magia before the fight starts. Okay, but I'll be talking for a while, so it will recharge naturally as well. Now, AV itself has 3 main mechanics. The first is called Eidos. Now, Eidos places bracelets of a light or dark color on his wrists, and based on the color of the bracelets, we need to avoid the mechanics. Okay, now these mechanics will come out in 2 different ways. Number 1, puddles of both colors will appear on the arena, and the dangerous color. Okay, his bracelet color is the dangerous color. Now, for the purposes of this explanation, dark color is the dangerous color. Okay, so let's say dark and light puddles appear. We need to move away from the dark puddles because after a short amount of time, the dark puddles will expand. Okay, they'll grow bigger, and all the puddles will explode. You need to be standing away from the dangerous color puddles, usually standing next to a safe color puddle, either on the edge of the arena or in between where 2 of the safe color puddles meet. Okay, if you are not sure where to go, follow everybody else. Everybody will be crowding around specific spots, which are where the safe spots are at. Try to hug or follow them. Okay, I will call it out. I will say away from dark color. Okay, move away from dark puddles or away from light puddles. Just move away from the dangerous color puddles. Okay, usually hugging the opposite color puddle near the edge of the arena or between 2 of the safe colored puddles. Okay, this is the first Eidos mechanic. The second one is impact stream. AV will split the arena into 2 halves, light or dark color. Just go to the opposite. Okay, go to the safe color. So if he is dark color bracelets, I'll say go to light. Go to light. Just stand on the light half. Do note, okay, healers, note that even though they are standing on the safe color, the correct color, they will still take a bit of damage. Your party will still take damage. Remember to heal through. midway through the fight, AV will jump away, become invulnerable, and do 3 impact streams one after another. I will be calling this out: light, light, dark, something like this. Okay, I'll say go to light, go to light, go to dark, or whatever the combination is. Just move accordingly. Stay stacked near the center, rotate your Mega to defensive, and use Eureka potions if you have it. Use mitigations as well, because there's no DPS being done during that phase. Just try to keep yourself alive. Healers, again, remember to heal through each impact stream. Now, the third and most important mechanic is called Turbulent Aether. Now, Turbulent Aether, 8 players will be tethered with an Orb and Tether. This Orb and Tether has a color, either light or dark color. You need to notice if you have it. Okay, the first thing you need to do is check if you have a tether. I will call it, I'll say Turbulent Aether. Check for tether, check for tether. Now, shortly after this, AV does Medusa Javelin, which is a large frontal conal AoE. I will ask people to wait for the conal. Okay, I'll say check for tether, wait. And then once we see the telegraph appears, I'll say go. Once you see the telegraph appears, if you have a tether, you will drag, okay, you will move yourself to a puddle. Okay, there'll be these 8 little circles or puddles around the edge of the arena of different colors, light or dark. If you have a light puddle, if you have a light orb and tether, you need to go to a dark puddle, and vice versa. Step into the puddle of the opposite color, wait for the orb to touch you, to contact you, it will explode, damaging you and anyone else around the explosion radius. But because you're standing in the puddle, you will mitigate most of the damage. You have now resolved that mechanic. Do note that you cannot share a puddle. There will be exactly enough puddles for all 8 players. Find your own puddle. If you fail to find a puddle, or you waste a lot of time, okay, you run around, someone steps into the puddle before you get there, you look around, the other puddle is all the way in the opposite corner. Drag yourself to the corner of the arena, rotate to defensive, pop mitigations, and just take the orb by yourself. Okay, the worst thing to do is to be in the center and pop the orb in the center where everybody is standing. You will damage everyone, giving everyone else, everyone who's hit by a damage down debuff. Try your best to avoid hitting everyone with the orb and tether mechanic. Okay, the problem with this mechanic is that you have to deal with the mechanic, but if you fail to deal with it, it can severely hurt everybody else. Hence, the players doing the mechanic need to pay attention to the mechanic. Okay, and you'll see this being repeated later in Osma as well. Okay, that's the problem why I cannot guarantee clears for BA, because people can mess up mechanics, killing everybody else. It's very hard to control that. Okay, so but try your best. Okay, I'll try to do my best to do callouts as well. Try to pay attention to the mechanics. Okay, now, last few things to cover here before we do ready checks and get started. Main tank is going to be Velista. So Velista, if you can, once you're ready, come to the front and just do an emote. All parties should mark out Velista. Okay, put a sign above his head, because in this fight, the tank busters are an AoE centered on the main tank. Every time I say tank buster, move away from main tank, you need to move away from Velista. Okay, signs and waymarks in this fight is party specific, so only your party can see the signs and waymarks. Help your party by placing a marker on the main tank's head to help them to identify who the main tank is. Okay, so later once Velista gets here, we'll put a marker on him. Okay, I'm going to point him out. Okay, he's over there. Help to put a mark on him so that everybody in your party can see where the main tank is in the confusion of the fight. Okay, usually there'll be a lot of things happening. Okay, tank buster, wyvern adds, tethers, all at the same time. Okay, now, the other thing to mention here is there will be adds in this fight. 2 wyvern adds will spawn. Now, the wyvern adds, what we do is we will assign 1 tank to take the north wyvern, 1 tank to take the south wyvern. So in this case, Little Lace and Gallant's party will be taking north and south wyverns respectively. The tanks in those parties will grab the adds, tank them, everybody else just DPS down the adds. That's all. Okay, do note that if the adds don't get killed, after a while they will explode. Do note that adds are of a different element. Okay, adds are thunder aspected. You must rotate Magia to earth, burn the adds down, rotate back to ice, continue to focus on AV. So there is some Magia rotation in this fight. If you have Death L, Swift Cast, Death L, if it sticks, the add dies instantly, saving all of us a lot of trouble DPS down there. Okay, so DevL works on ads as well. Okay, so that's it for the AV fight. Any questions? Okay, if you have questions, you can just type it out in Say Chat or Yell Chat. If not, then we'll do ready checks. Okay, in fact, just do ready checks anyway. Okay, we want to make sure everyone is ready and accounted for. Again, if you are here and you're ready, step forwards beyond the purple line so that we know you are present and ready. Okay, if there's anyone who's not ready, okay, do ready checks now. If there's anyone who's not ready, please sound out. Please let us know. How to know? I guess the notification works now, to be honest. But other than that, right, AV has a buff if he's not weakened.
I know,
Yeah.
I know the answer to this. So when you know he's been weakened, he will actually jump up and disappear in the air, and then he'll come back down again.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how you know.
There's a few different cues. He jumps away. There's a message appearing on the chat as well as in front of your screen. He loses his buff as well. Notice he has no buff on him right now.
Yeah.
These are all the signs that is clear. And then the support fade outside will tell us that it's done also usually, and then we'll thank them for it. Okay, so I think everyone here should be ready. So I'm just gonna shout ET at 1300 Okay, ET 1300 if you'll be so kind. So just focus up. Okay, ready up. Rotate your mega to the correct element. Main tank, Valista tank stance on and on defensive. All other tanks tank stance off. Use food if you haven't done so already. Okay, the food by now definitely will have dropped off more than 30 minutes ago. So use another food. And then ready up lah. Okay, just get ready. Okay, now same thing as before. Limit break 2 at 1258. Limit break 1 1259. Range or caster LB only. Okay, again, just use it. If you don't use it, it's gonna be wasted. So anyone can use it. Okay, doesn't matter. Just someone just fire it off lah. Okay, once you see other people using it, you can start using it as well. Okay, try our best, listen to callouts. And then we'll try our best to clear it lah. Okay, ready up. We're gonna start soon. Yeah, you are complaining. Okay, now LB2, LB1. Okay, and Valista establish. Why you laugh?
Nothing.
Waffling again. Okay, there'll be red whites at the start, so just heal through as usual, nothing special. Okay, red white and tank. Actually just red white only. AV doesn't do tank busters so early. Okay, now away from light puddles. Okay, now the first time he does this, okay, run away, everyone run away. That side is not safe. Okay, the first time he does it, only one set of. Okay, now come close to AV, He does Medusa Javelin. Okay, nice. We pointed away, but the person who just got hit. Okay, and then Impact Stream next. Go to light. Okay, stay near the center, go to light. Okay, the reason for in AV's fight, we try to stay near the middle because you need to cross over very quickly. Just as seen here. Okay, those who die, just use another spirit. Okay, Tank Buster incoming, Tank Buster on the main tank. Okay, for AV side, always try to stay near AV unless you need to do mechanics. Okay, now, 2 colored puddles coming up. We'll be going away from the dangerous color, away from light puddles.
Nice.
Okay, so either all the way at the edge, at the rear, or just somewhere close to AV here. There's a safe spot for uptime. Okay, more red whites. Getting Turbulent Aether is coming soon, so we'll get ready for that. Okay, now Turbulent Aether incoming. Check for tether, wait for the Medusa Javelin, and go. Okay, those with tether, just go and find a puddle and stand in it of the opposite color. Remember, you cannot share. Now Tank Buster incoming. Tank Buster on main tank. Move away from the main tank. Okay, once you have popped the orb, come back to the party for shields and heals. Red, white. Okay, now AV is going to, okay, another red white, and then AV is going to become invulnerable after this. So once he jumps away, rotate your Mega to wind, pop a Hurricane Potion, heal through, pop some mitigations if you have it. Okay, there'll be no DPS during this phase. Okay, rotate to defensive, stack in the center, use Hurricane Potions, remember to heal through. Okay, 3 impact streams. Go to light, go to light. Okay, remember heal, remember to heal. Go to dark, stay on dark. And the last one will be light. Okay, go to light. Remember heal. Now after this, you want to pop sprint, run away from the proximity in the middle, and then come back close to the center once AV lands. Okay, go back in. Avoid the Medusa Javelin. Okay, this is why you need to be near. If you are all the way at the edge, right, you're gonna get hit like that. Okay, and lastly, orientate yourself away from the main tank. There's gonna be a tank buster away from main tank.
All these bad ones.
Okay, now more red whites, and then again Tether plus Wyvern adds soon. Okay, now this is Wyvern adds. Tanks just pick up the ads, everyone else burn the ads down. They focus on the ads first, we need to kill them. Tethers incoming, check for tether, wait for javelin, and go. Okay, must be opposite color puddle. Okay, nice. Okay, just heal that person. Nice.
Yep.
Can, all good. Okay, another red white, just stack for shields and heals. Remember, rotate your Mega back to ice to burn AV. Okay, and we should commit and just kill it. Okay, now this one will be puddles again. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, it's good. Okay, grab your treasure coffer at the front first, and then we will see to the fallen. Okay, Nia is already sacrificing one. Thank you, Nia. Okay, then again, just gentle reminder for sacrifice users, try to shout out or yell, not shout, yell out that you are sacrificing. Is to help prevent 2 healers from opening the sacrifice plate, and then only 1 person can use it.
Okay, yes, doing both of them.
Nice. Nice. Okay. For everyone else, once you've gotten your treasure coffer, if you're not healer, just move forwards, follow the group. We're gonna go up the stairwell. There's gonna be 2 trash mobs. Now these 2 trash mobs, nothing very special about them. They are just there for us to build gauges lah. Okay, so they are actually our combat batteries lah, so to speak. Okay, they are combat batteries. Okay, nice. All the dead players are sorted.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nia. Okay, now these 2 ads, don't unload your burst on them. Don't go ham. Don't def L them, especially don't def L them. Okay, these ads are for us to build our gauges. So like red mage, black and white mana, samurai stickers, okay, the ninja gauge, okay, the Bavra Kavra gauge, warriors beast gauge, dark knight, dark side gauge, whatever. Just build your gauges on them so that you can open up with a full burst on the last boss Osma. Okay, do note that these ads they will do something called on the properties of darkness, which is a AoE that will dispel buffs. We need to interrupt it by using stun. Okay, as a tank, I usually just keep my button on the low blow, finger on the low blow, and then just stun it instantly lah. Okay, but we don't want the cast to go off. If it goes off, it can dispel things like your Spirit of the Remembered buff, which is very nasty. It's a random buff lah. We don't know which one, but we have seen people lose Spirit of the Remembered when it goes off. So we just try to stun it. Okay, now after we've dispatched these 2 mobs, there's going to be a cutscene. Watch the cutscene. Okay, welcome, first timers. All the cutscene watcher, all the first timers. Quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, quite a number. Okay, now, first things first, very important. Do not run off the front of the bridge here. Okay, once again, after the cutscene is over, do not run off the front of the bridge here. It will send you onto the Osma platform, and I get a bit nervous when people jump down early, because early pulls do happen sometimes. Now, the other thing is that same thing as with AV, there'll be someone casting Shell and Protect. Okay, whoever it is, thank you very much. Okay, someone usually does Shell and Protect at the back here. So, same thing as before, line up, form a line, get Shell and Protect, bow, say thank you, move out of the line, next person step forward, get share and protect. Okay, we will refresh our share and protect here. Okay, now we're down to 24 minutes on the clock, so I'm gonna do this in about 8 minutes or less lah. So I need to go a bit faster. Okay, so while this is going on, Kelly is doing the organization macro. Now for Osma, okay, for new players, open your mini map. Okay, or if later once you've gotten your share and protect, okay, don't step out of the line, but once you've gotten your share and protect, you can actually go closer to the front and look at the Osma Arena. Now the Osma Arena is a ring-shaped platform with 3 rectangular shaped platforms on the east, west, and south. What's going to happen is that we're going to split our entire alliance into 3 main groups. 1 main tank party for east, west, and south. So main tank, 3 parties, main tanks, 3 parties. Okay, if you have more than 3 parties, any extra parties will be sub-tank party or ST parties, east, west, or south. If we have 7 full parties or 7 parties, the 7th support party is the SST, okay, support sub-tank party. Okay, what happens prior to Osma is that organizer will do the macro, and then players will start yelling out or shouting out which platform they're taking, whether it's main tank or sub tank. Okay, so for example, Kelly's party, my party, 1, 2, 5, west, empty. 1 tank, 2 healers, 5 DPS. We are the west platform's main tank party. I am the main tank. Okay, at the same time, you'll notice some players. Now for ST parties, okay, now Cruxarius party, 1, 3, 4 east, main tank, pain flare circle. Means that 1 tank, 3 healers, 4 DPS, east main tank, they are handling the pain flare mechanic. Now as a rule of thumb, if the main tank party does not handle pain flare, the sub tank party is supposed to handle pain flare. Now pain flare is a mechanic that's handled by healers during the triangle form. I will not go into it, let the experienced healers deal with it. Okay, but if you're interested to find out more, you can ask questions after the run is over. For now, we'll just let them deal with it. Kelly, thank you very much. Help me to organize in the chat. Now, kicking off explanations. Welcome to Osma. The Osma fight is the final fight in this Baldesion Arsenal, and you need to clear the fight to get your achievement and get the clear. Osma is a thunder aspected boss, so rotate your Mega to the correct element. Okay, for this fight, DPS is just Earth, main tanks is just on thunder, defensive. There is no Mega rotation at all whatsoever. You just stay on the correct element and you'll be on the same element for the entirety of this fight. Okay, and while let your Mega recharge, I will do explanations. Now for the Osma fight, there's only 3 main mechanics you need to look out for. The first is called Meteors. Now Meteors occur during the spike ball form and triangle forms of Osma. Now Osma starts as a sphere, as a ball, and it will change shapes into different forms as we proceed through the fight. And then it will change back into a sphere after every form change. Every time it changes to a spike ball or triangle, it will do Meteors. Now Meteors, 2 players per platform will be marked with a Meteor marker. Now this Meteor marker is massive. It's very, very big. You cannot miss it. It covers nearly the entire platform. The problem is you need to figure out who has it. If you have the Meteor, you have to handle the mechanic. If the player who has it doesn't do it properly, they can possibly wipe that platform. Okay, if they misplace the Meteor, they drop it in the center, everybody on that platform dies. Meteors wipe 99.99% of failed BA runs. Please, please, please stop whatever you're doing when Meteors come out and figure out if you have the Meteor. Okay, now, how to handle Meteors? On each platform, there will be a waymark placed at the rear right corner of the platform and one to the left on the ring-shaped platform on the button. Okay, there's a button on the ring-shaped platform. There will be a waymark placed there, and there will be a waymark placed at the back. Okay, parties, each individual party, when we jump down later on, they will help to place waymarks at the back, right, and to the left. In the clockwise position, on the left, there will be a waymark there. Each of the Meteor mark players must place their Meteors on one of the 2 waymarks, being careful that they don't both go to the same waymarks. Now, unfortunately, you will have to adjust. There is no way we can determine who gets the back, who goes to the left. You must adjust. If one of the Meteor markers are going to the back and you have the other one and you're closer to the left, you go to the left, and vice versa. Try your best to adjust. In a pinch, if both players go to the left, for example, or both players go to the rear, and none of you is going to give way and adjust, at least put them separate from each other. Don't stack them on each other. If they are stacked, they will explode when they land. Okay, try your best to handle meteors. Please, please, please. Meteors, very important. Please do meteors. Okay, that's mechanic number 1. Now, mechanic number 2. Acceleration bombs. During the triangle form, Ozma will place Excel Bomb debuff on random players. Okay, this debuff starts from, I think it's like 8 seconds to 24 seconds. It's a random timer. These players will get a debuff. There'll be a sort of icon above their head. And then when the countdown timer counts down to 5 seconds or less, okay, the debuff counts down to 5 seconds or less, a visible dice icon appears above their heads. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the dice will count down. When it hits 1 or less, it will sort of snapshot. And to resolve it, you need to stop moving, stop casting or attacking, stop auto attacking if you are ranged DPS as well. If you are not doing anything at all, the Excel Bomb just fizzles. It drops off, nothing happens, you have resolved the mechanic. But if you move, cast, or if you are ranged or melee, okay, in fact melee as well, if you auto attack, just as the Excel Bomb triggers, it will explode, reducing you and everyone else around you to 10% HP. It's a flat 90% reduction of everyone's HP around you. Usually the next mechanic that drops down, okay, usually is a meteor or stack marker, kills everyone. So if Excel Bomb explodes, then the meteor lands, bam, everyone just dies instantly. Please, please, please handle Excel Bombs. Triangle form, I cannot call it out because the timer is random. I can only say, Excel Bomb, stop moving. Excel Bomb, watch out, please stop moving. Okay, just don't move, don't do anything, handle Excel Bombs. Now do note that there might be meteors and Excel Bombs. If you get both, do the meteors first. Prioritize meteors. Okay, but try to handle Excel Bombs if you have Excel Bombs as well. Okay, so these two mechanics are very important. Last mechanic is Black Hole. Now, every time Ozma changes from any of the 3 forms, okay, spike ball, triangle, or cube. After these 3 forms, he will change back into a sphere or a ball, and he'll do Black Hole. Now, Black Hole, what it does is that all 6 buttons, okay, now if you look at the arena, on each platform, there's a button there. On the left of each platform, in the clockwise position, there's another button there. All 6 buttons must have 1 or more players standing on the button. If any button has nobody on it, we all get sucked out. Okay, when I say sucked out, I mean we all get kicked out into Hydatos. The run is over. If you are not on a button, you get sucked out. You get kicked out. Your run is over. Okay, but if you die, if you are dead, and dead players cannot resolve Black Hole. If you are dead but you're on a button, you will still get kicked out. Please try to stay alive for as long as you can in this fight. Okay, be on any button. If for whatever reason you get sucked out, whether you're dead or not, doesn't matter. If you get kicked out, don't leave the party. If you leave the party who is still inside fighting Ozma will lose limit break. So stay with us until the fight is over. Okay, we'll try our best to clear, but regardless of whether we clear or not, stay with us until the fight is concluded. Okay, so this is Black Hole. Now, just as a general purpose, range and casters go to the left, tanks, healers, and melees go to the button on the center of the platform. But if you're new and you realize you're range and caster and you hesitated, just go to the nearest button. Be on a button, any button. Let the veteran players go to the button on the left. Okay, that's further. It's harder for you to reach it. Just be on any button. Okay, so this is all the mechanics for the Ozma fight. Okay, there's a couple of other mechanics. There's a knockback from the center. Okay, and there's a pushback from the center as well. Okay, during the square form, Ozma does Holy. I will call it out. Okay, go get off the platform, stay closer to the front, or incoming knockback, stay closer to the front. Just get off the platform to the sides, but stay closer to the front of the platform. Likewise, if I say go to the rear, stay closer to the front, incoming knockback. Go to the back of the platform, but don't be at the very edge of the rear of the platform. You will get pushed off the platform when the knockback comes out. So during the square form, stay slightly closer to the front. It's a bit confusing sometimes because I say go to the back, but stay closer to the front. It's confusing. I will just say incoming knockback, just stay closer to the, don't be at the very edge of the rear of the platform. Okay, so just listen to the callouts. Okay, other than that, ready checks, last ready checks before we begin. Now, if you have any questions, let us know. Okay, just ask lah. Okay, but we running a bit short of time. Osma itself is 10:30, so we need to start by latest 11 on the clock. Okay, so we have about 3 minutes to jump down, be ready, in position, and everything. Yes, okay, now Excel Bomb, good question. Someone asked how to resolve Excel Bomb. If you are range DPS, deselect Osma, press escape to don't select Osma, or sheath your weapon also works. Okay, just to prevent auto attacks from going off at the unfortunate timing. Okay, or just deselect Osma to prevent auto attacks from going up. Okay, so this is for Excel Bomb. Yeah, it's better to unselect or sheath your weapon. Okay, now we do ready checks. Make sure everyone is present and accounted for. Okay, once everyone's ready, usually what we do is we'll yell out, 125, West MT ready, East MT ready, South MT ready, etc., etc. Kelly, once everyone is confirmed ready, she will let me know, and then we will carefully jump down and get into position, and I'll do a pull time, okay, a start time. Okay, so just do your ready checks. If you have questions, just feel free to ask right now. Now, last few things to mention before we get going. Once we jump down, do not target Osma. Very important. Do not target Osma. If someone early pulls Osma or attacks Osma before we're in position, it gets very, very messy very, very quickly, because Osma hits 3 players at once at the start, and those are tank busters, so 3 players die instantly if no tank is ready to hold the Osma enmity. So do not target Osma, and then don't fall off the platform. Okay, don't accidentally run off the platform once we jump down. Okay, we need to kind of sort of get ready soon. Okay, I do apologize. No, not you, it's just everyone else. Okay, I do apologize for the time that we take for these practice runs. Okay, but we have about 1 minute left before we need to get started. So everyone, kindly just prompt your guys to ready up, shout it out or yell it out. Okay, and then
Everyone is ready, but I haven't got their party yet. So yeah,
who?
it might be Japanese.
Can't really hear you. Sorry.
Huh?
Who's not
Oh, we
ready?
good.
Oh, okay lah. Then just let us know. Okay lah. We can just jump down now lah. Okay, let's just start proceeding down now. We need to get started in about a minute or less. Okay, so carefully go to your platforms. Don't fall off. Don't target Osma. Place the waymarks. Okay, place the waymark. How to place the waymarks? Main tank stance on. All other tanks stance off. Rotate your mega to the correct element. Use food if necessary. Okay, Osma fight is 10 minutes 30 seconds long. Refresh the food if necessary. Okay, and we will start at ET. Okay, we have about 30 seconds left. So 20 30 lah. Okay, 2030. I'll still give it a 30 ET lah. Okay, hopefully you just clear before 10:30 lah. If not, we just black hole out. Okay, so 20:30 ET is the starting time. We can't drag any later than this. Now, last few things. Okay, so BBD's pro tip number 67. If you are here already and the music's making you nervous, okay, first timers, you can turn off the music. Okay, Nia has already mentioned it. /BGM space 0, mute the BGM, or just go to the settings and then just turn it off. Okay, the first timer, I understand music okay, makes you very anxious. You can turn it off if it's making you nervous. The other thing here is that, okay, now pull time is 20:30. So 2028 LB2, 2029 LB1, range, caster, or melee. Now Osma doesn't face aggro, so you can melee LB him, but BBD's pro tip number 69, do not touch the ball. Do not touch Osma's hitbox. It will aggro you if you touch it. Okay, if you're not sure, just let the range or casters do it. Okay, it's just safer that way lah. Okay, so breathe in, deep breath, breathe out. Okay, and if we stay cool, everything will be fine.
Be okay.
Okay, we are gonna start soon. So LB2 now. Okay, just fire it off.
Just have to
LB1. Okay, and we are establishing enmity. Okay, main tanks will start by establishing enmity on Osma, and Osma opens up with heavy hitting tank buster like auto attacks on all the 3 main tanks. So keep the main tanks alive. Okay, every form has a different type of auto attack. So I'll explain this as we go through the fight itself. Now, first mechanic, spike ball form. Go to the rear of the platform, stay closer to the back. Now, after this goes off, as a group, move forwards together. The spike ball form does an auto attack that must be shared with other players. If you get close and Ozma targets you by yourself, you're gonna die. Incoming knockback from the center. Position yourself to be knocked to either to the front of the platform. Okay, position to be knocked to the front of the platform. Arm's length and Surecast also works here. Okay, then continue to stay stacked. Okay, pop Urican potions if necessary to just keep yourself alive. Black hole number 1 soon. Okay, black hole number 1 will come soon. All 6 buttons must have somebody on them, and you yourself must be on one of the 6 buttons. Okay, black hole number 1, everyone to a button. All 6 buttons must be accounted for. Okay, just move quickly. Move to any button. If you hesitate, go to the nearest one. Once the animation has gone off, you can step off the button, come back to your party and platform for shields and heals. Shades at the rear. Get off the platform, get off the platform. Main tanks get off last. Okay, main tanks go in first. Okay, the reason why main tanks get off last and go in first is because auto attacks are still going out. Main tanks have to take them. Okay, shades again. Get off the platform, main Ozma. Go to the front afterwards, go to the front now. Okay, stay at the front of the platform. Main tanks bait line AoEs and pop orbs. Party stack away from the main tank. You do not want to hit the main tank with the stack marker. Avoid hitting the main tank with the stack marker. Small incoming knockback. Okay, and continue to bait line AoEs away from the party. Okay, for the main tank only. Okay, now, party members just stay stacked to the front left. Square form is the best form to push out DPS. Just, unload your burst here. There will be shades coming up soon. Shades at the rear. Staying stacked, get off the platform. Staying stacked, get off the platform. Stay closer to the front. Small incoming knockback. Can go back in afterwards. Continue to bait line AoEs away from the party. Okay, if you've died, just remember pop another Spirit of the Remembered. If you fall off the platform, note that you will respawn on the south platform. Black hole soon. Okay, black hole number 2, everyone to a button, everyone to a button. All 6 buttons must be accounted for. Main tanks are back to taking heavy hitting auto attacks. Once again, keep the main tanks alive. Once the animation has gone off, you can step off the button. Shades at the rear. Stay at the front, stay at the front. Main Ozma. Get off the platform afterwards, get off the platform now. Triangle form. Exhale bombs and meteors. Get ready for meteors and exhale bombs. Bait pain. Okay, pain baiters only for healers at the back. Everyone else should stay at the front. Meteors go, meteors go. Try to adjust. Exhale bomb, stop moving. Place your meteors and come back to the party for shields and heals. Okay, burn ads. Okay, there'll be 2 ads. The tank will pull them to the party. Just burn the ads down. Continue to bait pain. Shades at the rear. Stay at the front of the platform. Go to the front of the platform. Exhale bomb, stop moving. Okay, continue to bait pain. Okay, just stay stacked with the stack marker for those who can. Okay, black hole soon. Okay, black hole number 3. Go to a button. All 6 buttons must be accounted for. Main tanks are back to taking heavy hitting auto attacks. Once again, keep the main tanks alive. Once the animation has gone off, you can step off the button. Shades at the rear. Get off the platform, main tanks get off last. Main Osma, go to the rear afterwards, go to the rear now. Spike ball form, staying stacked, move forwards together as a group. Meteors incoming, get ready for meteors, meteors go. Okay, handle meteors please. Okay, try to adjust. Place the meteors and come back to the party for shields and heals. There's going to be a knockback incoming. Handle the meteors, then get knocked back to the front. Get knocked to the front. Okay, burn adds. Continue to stay stacked. Home stretch. You can use limit break to kill the ads as well as to damage Osma at this point of time. Okay, just fire off the limit break.
Fire the laser.
I
Oh.
know. Okay, shades. But I think we are done already lah. Nice.
That
Very
was
good.
so quick. Yeah.
Excellent.
Quick.
So congrats for those who have cleared. That was pretty smooth, no major mishaps. Now for first time clearers, if this is the first time you have cleared, you are expected to jump off the platform and sacrifice yourself to the toilet bowl out here.
Oh, jeez.
I mean that's
So
not
you can
that's
seriously throw yourself into it, so I don't know if that's good or
yeah,
bad.
just as really cats say, yeet. Yeah, just yeet yourself.
Yep.
Just yeet yourself lah.
yeet.
Yeah, don't worry about it. If I tell you to yeet, you yeet. Exactly.
That's exactly right.
Okay, no, don't worry, you won't die. You won't actually die. And even if you were to die after Osman is cleared, right, we can freely sacrifice you here. It doesn't cost anything other than the sacrifice plate, obviously, but it's already opened. Okay, so congrats for those who have cleared. Now, after eating yourself, come to the south platform, okay, or you will respawn at the south platform. There's a treasure coffer there. Don't forget to grab the treasure coffer. Now, a couple of things to mention before we wrap up for today's session. Now, first time clearers, your achievements menu contains your ball mount, so you need to exit the instance to get the ball mount from your achievements menu, but don't exit yet. For first timers, later the exit portal here will send you to another area where the NPC there will finish up your quest, okay, your quest chain to clear Baldijan Arsenal. There's an NPC on the other side of the exit portal. You can take that later lah. Okay, once remember to go through the exit portal to complete the quest line to wrap up your story, you know, for the BA quest line. Okay, for first time clearers. Okay, for those who want to take screenshots, we will be assembling on the south platform, okay, facing away from the exit. Okay, you can just take screenshots here for first time clearers. Okay, now the other thing is that the treasure coffer that you open has this cloth and seal. It's guaranteed. Okay, every clear treasure coffer has a cloth and a seal. Now this cloth and seal is used to purchase the body piece. Okay, the Kirin Asode and the Vermilion Cloak. What you're supposed to do with this, right, is that because you already have your body piece, so okay, obviously you can use it to buy more if you want to use other classes, but ideally we also recommend, like, if you don't want to buy more, what you can do with it is you can find a friend who hasn't done BA yet. You tell them, okay, look, I've cleared with Shark's learning run, and BA is quite fun, exciting, and I want you to come and join us with BAs and clear as well. So I'm gonna sell you this cloth and seal, right? And then you sell it to them, and then they come and get their clear, and then they get their own cloth and seal, right? And they sell to their friends.
It's called Shark Pyramid Scheme.
Yeah. So this is how you all get rich, Okay, no this just the meme, the running meme with regards to the cloth and seal, But we always encourage more players to come join us for our BA, whether it's learning runs or regular park runs. We are more than happy to help players, with BA questions, things like that. Answer your questions, help you to go through BA. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed it, and then hopefully you can come back for more lah. Okay, now having said this, for those who either didn't make it in today, okay, if you are watching us on stream or on somewhere else or in the VC with us, okay, and you didn't make it in, or for some reason or other you died, okay, and I think just now somebody released lah. So don't fret. Okay, you should have either seen us go through the entirety of BA. Okay, and there will be more BA being run throughout the week. Okay, usually they will run BA on weekday evenings during peak hours, and then on weekends, usually throughout the day, there will be a couple of BA rounds. Okay, as content starts to become boring again, BA starts to pick up again. Okay, it is polar opposites lah. If there's things to do, people don't do BA. If there's nothing to do, people come and do BA. So BA will start to come back again as people get done with the current content. Okay, as they say, BA is eternal. So yeah, you'll never leave lah. Okay, you'll be stuck here forever with us. Okay, so thanks for coming. Any questions or any things you want to add on or ask, please do so in our Discord. Okay, there's a Eureka Lounge channel. Okay, that's full of like degens and random trash topics. So maybe just don't talk there. But you can go and ask questions in the Eureka Questions channel. Okay, there'll be veterans like Nia, who is and Eric, who will helpfully answer any BA questions or any questions for that matter with regards to Eureka and BA. Feel free to ask questions there. Okay, and if you want, you can feel free to join us in future runs. Okay, for Elemental, we don't usually host runs. Nia will used to do some team runs and challenge runs. Okay, but again, is up and down. If there's content to be done, then usually people not so interested in BA. So we will see a revival in it once content starts to die out. So look out for those. Okay, as well as just feel free to join any park runs. Okay, usually park runs, what they do is they'll do exactly what you've seen here. So just go ahead and join park runs. Do what you have seen here today, and then you can hopefully aim for more clears, or if you didn't clear, try to gun for your own clear as well. Okay, other than that, I don't take too much time. Thanks so much for all the helpers. Okay, Kelly for organizing, although she what's that again? Waffles
Did
a
I
lot.
what?
She
What did I do?
waffles
What did I
waffles
do?
a lot. She waffles a lot.
What did I do?
I learned a new thing today. Today I learned Kelly waffles. So
I did.
thanks Kelly for being
I'm
organizer.
not the one that has this drowning voice who sits there and like talks forever.
Yes.
Doesn't take a breath.
I only do
Oh my
this
God.
okay, yes, thank you for reminding me. So just to let you guys know, I will try to host these practice runs once every month on the last weekend of the month. Okay, usually it's a Saturday, but sometimes I will flip to Sunday for those people who can never attend on Saturday. Give those people a chance to join as well. So on every weekend, every month I will try to host these once.
Adrian, we can hear you. Or your mum.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I'll just serve a mute for the time being. Yeah. Okay, so the other thing to mention here is, okay, so again, thanks to all the veterans as well. Okay, so Nia's helpfully help us to scout the instance and the macros and everything. Okay, as well as a large number of BA vets okay, Galen Velister okay, BBD, Tans, okay, all these people you always see all the time doing BA all the time. So thanks very much for coming.
Hans is a veteran now?
Actually, not really. I didn't know you are right. You got a good point. Tans not veteran. Sorry, Tans. Kelly call you out on this. You don't have 10 clears yet. You need to do a bit more BA. Yeah, sorry. She call you out. Okay, but upcoming veteran hopefully. Okay, then Les Sam okay, all these people okay, thanks very much for coming to help support our runs. Okay, they don't really need more clears but they're just here to help out the run, support the run, do sacrifice, bring the DPS, help to do mechanics, etc. So thanks very much to all these veteran BA players. You guys know who you are. Okay, and I guess that's it lah. Okay, so look out for more BA runs in future. I hope to see you guys in BA as well. Okay, although I myself personally don't do it as often as I would like. Okay, but I will try to host this once every month for as often as I can. Okay, for future upcoming runs. Okay, let your friends know, get them to sign up, then just hop in and just do BA as well. Okay, so that's it. That's all from me. 12:30. Can go eat lunch ready. Thanks for coming, guys, and I'll see you guys at the next BA run. Shark signing off. Thanks, guys. See y'all. Have a good weekend.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I'm gonna eat.
Yep. You have your autos in 30 minutes. So.
No, we postponed it until like an hour and a half now.
Aha.
So it's like in an hour and a half now. What? I wasn't gonna tell you. I wasn't gonna tell you.
Yeah, it's exactly.
More.
I actually give you like extra 30 minutes early.
Hey, I was silent because it's good for me.
Yeah, because the more you talk, right, the longer we will drag the run out.
It's you. Oh my god, it's totally you.
Kelly waffles a lot. Thanks for teaching me this. Okay.
Oh my god.
See you guys. Enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna go for lunch
as
as well. Bye bye now. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
You. Bye bye.
See you. Take care now.